Miami Pregame Show, live from the ESPN West Palm Studios. Here's Mike Rizzo.
Quarterfinal action tonight. Inter Miami hosting Tigres. Welcome on in, folks, to your Inter Miami pregame show on your Inter Miami radio network. Our Herons have made it to the quarterfinal stage of League's Cup. I got starting 11s, and I'm a little surprised. at the starting 11. No Lionel Messi in the starting 11. I thought this was one of those games where Messi waited to about 2 weeks to play on his hurt hamstring. He played at halftime. He came in at halftime against LA Galaxy this past Saturday. I thought he was gearing up to come back and play the full 90 minutes against Tigres, but no Messi in the lineup. Now, we could see what happened last game happen again with possibly, actually, as I look at it now, folks, I do not see Lionel Messi on the reserve. So it looks like there is Lionel Messi going to be unavailable for this game, in a shocking turn of events, at least for me. I know a lot of you Inter Miami fans nonetheless didn't think Messi would be playing in this game coming up tonight, but Messi not listed on the reserves. Now, I'll double check with our friend and play-by-play man for Inter Miami, Ken Levica, who is on site at Chase Stadium, our OG Oscar Gonzalez there as well, our on-site producer. But for what I'm seeing, I do not see Lionel Messi in the 11 or on the bench. So it's looking like Inter Miami is going to have to go with, by the way, 4-4-2, the formation. Jordi Alba, Gonzalo Luan, Maxi Falcone, Ian Frey, and then Talasco Segovia, Sergio Busquets, Rodrigo De Paul, Yannick Bright. Now, Yannick Bright, again, playing right midfielder. He's done that one time. I was about to say a few times. He's done that one time so far this year. But Yannick Bright playing right mid. Scratching my head at that a little bit, but I'll trust in Mascherano. And then the two strikers up top, Luis Suarez and Tadeo Allende. So no Messi, 4-4-2. Messi not on the bench, at least as far as I'm seeing. Could maybe not have the right information here, but I'm working on that, folks, at the moment. But no Messi confirmed in that starting 11. Well, Tigres, folks, the side Inter Miami going to be playing tonight. They have quality. They have good players on the squad. One of the better teams in Mexico this year, as far as my opinion goes. I think they will be competing for the Liga MX trophy this year. But I think they're the most historical Liga MX side. Certainly one of the more decorated Liga MX side when it comes to trophies. And a lot of people think that this is going to be a bell-to-bell game for Inter Miami. I'm a bit of a homer, folks, but even without Lionel Messi, I think Inter Miami has a fantastic chance of winning the game. I think with how well Rodrigo De Paul has played in the midfield, I mean, Sergio Busquets made one of the best passes I've seen him make in an Inter Miami uniform this past Saturday with that beautiful pass to Jordi Alba, which led to a goal. So I know I don't want to doomsday here with no Messi, but I do think that this lineup is good enough to beat Tigres. And let's actually get to that Tigres lineup because they're going with a 4-4-2 as well. And by the way, I forgot to mention the keeper. It's Oscar Ustari. Oscar in net. He's been back as goalie for a long time now for Inter Miami. So nothing new there. Now, for Tigres, in between the sticks, they have Nahal Guzman. They're going with a 4-4-2, as I mentioned. This is from left to right, folks. On the defensive side, you got Jesus Garza playing left back. At left center back, you got Juan Jose Parada. At right center back, you got Romulo, the Brazilian 25-year-old, going to be playing center back coming up tonight. Right center back, and then the right back tonight is Javier Aquino. Moving on to the midfield, playing right mid is Diego Lanes. Playing right center mid is going to be Juan Brunetta. Left center mid tonight is going to be Fernando Gorianen. And then left mid is going to be Jonathan Herrera, the 24-year-old Mexican. And then the two up top, Angel Carrera, the 30-year-old veteran striker, and Nicolas Ibanez, just like him, 30-year-old veteran striker. And both of these guys, Argentinian. Now, Carrera has had multiple stints in La Liga, quality player, someone who has really, in my opinion at least, been consistent in scoring goals his whole career. He's really done a great job of being able to kind of survive the test of time, have longevity, and I think he is going to be a dangerous, dangerous player coming up. Atletico Madrid was his most recent team, to put things in perspective. Did a pretty good job there at Madrid as well. So certainly someone to look out for. 469 appearances he had for Madrid, by the way, Atletico. This is his first year in Tigres. He had 88 goals for Atletico Madrid in those 469 appearances. And he has 5 goals in 7 games for Tigres so far. So certainly a very, very dangerous attacker up top in Carrera. And then as far as Ibanez, that is Nicolas Ibanez, fellow Argentinian, so dual strike partnership, Argentinians tonight. For Pachuca, from 2021 to 2023, 35 goals in 62 matches. Very good. And then from 2023 and on with Tigres, 30 goals in 126 matches. So these are two guys who could find the back of the net. Carrera going to be, I think, more of a 9. If I had to guess, Ibanez will play more of a 10 role with 2 strikers up top. And I think Carrera is going to be that advanced forward coming up tonight. Maybe a bit of a false 9 from Ibanez, and Carrera playing that true striker, I think, true number 9 striker, up top. But I'm a bit shocked, folks. No Lionel Messi in the lineup in Leagues Cup, a trophy on the line. I do not see Messi on the bench either. So it's looking like Inter Miami going to have to do battle tonight without their captain and without the GOAT. Lionel Messi looks like he is not in the lineup coming up against Tigres. Let's take our first time out of the pregame show. You are listening to your Inter Miami radio network. Once again, no Lionel Messi in the starting lineup. It doesn't look like he is in the reserves either. I will double check and get you the for sure answer coming up here after the break. But 4-4-2 for Inter Miami again. It is Jordi Alba from left to right. Alba, Luan, Falcone, Frey on the defensive end. In the midfield, left to right, Segovia, Busquets, DePaul, and Bright. And the 2 strikers up top in Suarez and Allende, and Oscar Ustari in between the sticks at goalie. Coming right back on ESPN 106.3.
ESPN West Palm is highlighting the best performance of the week, presented by Baptist Health Orthopedic Care. Every week, a different team will be featured across ESPN 106.3 and ESPN West Palm Play. The winning performance receives $500, courtesy of Baptist Health Orthopedic Care. Do you know a team, player, or school with a killer performance? Nominate them by emailing highschool@espnwestpalm.com. Baptist Health Orthopedic Care. Go where the pros go.
PNC Bank salutes you, Soccer on the Radio listener. While others will just read about the match, you're laser focused on every detail. At PNC Bank, we get it. We're all in on helping you make smart money moves and score your financial goals. See how at pnc.com/brilliantlyboring. PNC Bank, proud banking sponsor of Inter Miami CF radio broadcasts and Brilliantly Boring since 1865. PNC Bank, National Association, member FDIC.
The road is calling. Embrace the thrill of the drive with the fully electric Audi Q6 e-tron. Featuring effortless power, serious acceleration, and advanced Audi tech. The next chapter of Audi is here. Get exceptional offers at your local Audi dealer.
Lytle, Ryder, Smith, Ivy, and Fronrath, proudly representing the residents of South Florida since 1985, and proud supporter of Inter Miami on ESPN West Palm. Lytle, Ryder, Smith, Ivy, and Fronrath has attorneys across South Florida ready to fight for your rights. They've recovered billions for their clients, and you won't pay anything unless you win your case. If you have been injured, call the attorneys at Lytle, Ryder, Smith, Ivy, and Fronrath, 561-867-4117, or online at foryourrights.com. Main office in West Palm Beach.
Calling all sports fans, grab your MVP card and head to Duffy's where you can catch all of the action. Not an MVP? Sign up for free and start earning rewards today. Duffy's is voted the best sports grill year after year with their award-winning burgers and wings. Don't forget about Duffy's famous 2-for-1 drinks all day, every day. And with over 80 TVs in every location, you'll never miss a minute of the game. Visit Duffy'sMVP.com to learn more. Duffy's, our game is always on.
Breaking news on ESPN 106.3 is brought to you by St. Lucie Battery and Tire.
This just in. We begin this hour with breaking news.
When news breaks, ESPN 106.3 has it covered.
We've had developments. ESPN 106.3 can now report.
When your vehicle breaks, St. Lucie Battery and Tire fixes it. Stay tuned to ESPN 106.3 for more breaking news. Brought to you by St. Lucie Battery and Tire.
Business owners, are your employees driving you nuts? Is money tight? Or have you just poured your heart and soul into your business and now it's time to retire and just relax? At Transworld Business Advisors, they have buyers from all over the world ready to buy your business now. Call for a confidential conversation about your business's current value. 561-203-5121. That's 561-203-5121 or visit tworld.com today.
It's Theo Dorsey, and I'm feeling hot, hot, hot. Temperatures are up, but your water shouldn't be full of mystery floaties. Culligan's got your back with water testing and reverse osmosis systems to keep things clean, cool, and crisp this summer. And get this, you can try it for just $10 a month. Stay cool, stay hydrated, and stop drinking who knows what. Visit Culligan.com today to schedule your free water test.
Hey, Culligan man!
ESPN West Palm is highlighting the best performance of the week, presented by Baptist Health Orthopedic Care. Every week, a different team will be featured across ESPN 106.3 and ESPN West Palm Play. The winning performance receives $500, courtesy of Baptist Health Orthopedic Care. Do you know a team, player, or school with a killer performance? Nominate them by emailing highschool@espnwestpalm.com. Baptist Health Orthopedic Care. Go where the pros go.
PNC Bank salutes you, Soccer on the Radio listener. While others will just read about the match, you're laser focused on every detail. At PNC Bank, we get it. We're all in on helping you make smart money moves and score your financial goals. See how at pnc.com/brilliantlyboring. PNC Bank, proud banking sponsor of Inter Miami CF radio broadcasts and Brilliantly Boring since 1865. PNC Bank, National Association, member FDIC.
The pink smoke is in the air. Inter Miami Soccer is on ESPN 106.3. Let's get back to the Inter Miami pregame show. Here's Mike Rizzo.
So no Lionel Messi in the starting 11 tonight. Inter Miami going to have to get a big result without their team captain. So Messi not available off the bench, not in the starting 11, and will not be in an Inter Miami jersey coming up tonight. I'm assuming he'll be at the game, probably in, I call it the Messi perch. I think he'll be in the Messi perch in the box, but no Lionel Messi tonight on the pitch. I really thought that quickly, I know we did this in the first segment, but I really thought this was one of those games where Messi was going to play in. I thought it was going to be an absolute must-play game playing against Tigres with some silverware on the line in Leagues Cup, but no Messi tonight. But, folks, I'll tell you what you do got always is our local South Florida friends in Audi. Do you want more from your drive? This is it. The all-new Audi Q5 with a powerful, sporty silhouette, dynamic handling, and responsive steering that makes every drive better than the last. Introducing the all-new Audi Q5, our best made better, and with a fantastic digital stage with you in mind. Test drive the all-new Audi Q5 at your local South Florida Audi dealer or visit AudiUSA.com to learn more. That is AudiUSA.com to learn more. So Inter Miami is the first game on the Leagues Cup slate tonight. There are 4 games throughout Leagues Cup happening. You got Orlando City doing battle that team in Florida that we don't like bringing up on your Inter Miami radio network, but they will be in action coming up tonight, and they are on the same side as our Inter Miami Herons. So you could possibly see, if Inter Miami wins tonight, you could possibly see Orlando City and Inter Miami face off in the semifinal. But Toluca and Orlando City is the match. It is an 8:50 start time, so 50 minutes after we get the ball rolling in South Florida. Next up at 11 o'clock, it's the Seattle Sounders against Puebla. The Sounders, with a nice run in Leagues Cup, find themselves in the quarterfinals. And then the LA Galaxy, probably the surprise of Leagues Cup. We all know Galaxy has a lot of quality-esque players, but it has not been their year in the MLS. We just saw Inter Miami dispatch LA Galaxy this past Saturday at Chase Stadium, courtesy of the GOAT Lionel Messi. Messi came on in the second half in a 1-0 game, but Inter Miami ended up winning 3-1. Messi with a goal and assist from the 84th minute on. So those are your matchups in Leagues Cup, and Inter Miami kicking things off with the lead game at 8 o'clock. Now, how did we get here? How did we get here as far as the quarterfinal stage of Leagues Cup? I have all of the highlights from every game that Inter Miami played throughout their Leagues Cup tenure. Now, 3 games. Inter Miami played 3 games. Atlas, Necaxa, and Pumas. And the game that sticks out to me, I think the most, is probably that Pumas game where they needed to win in the full 90 minutes. So if you don't win in 90 minutes, say the game is tied after 90 plus extra time, you go into penalty kicks and you only get 2 points on that table. Well, Inter Miami did that against Necaxa, got 2 points. They got all 3 against Atlas. And then, as I mentioned, that Pumas game, they got all 3 in it by winning in the 90 plus extra time. But let's take a listen. Let's go here in chronological order. Let's hear all of the goal scoring plays for our Inter Miami Herons as they got their way, or rather deservedly got their way to the quarterfinals and are taking on Tigres tonight. Let's hear our first highlight. This is the Atlas game at Telesco Segovia making his mark.
Messi to the middle, and Segovia scores! He camped down at the border of the 6-yard box. Segovia waited for Messi to push it back to him. It found the mark, and Segovia is able to get it into the back of the net. 1-0, Inter Miami, 57th minute. The assist for Messi, the goal for Segovia, and the beautiful build-up.
So Telesco Segovia, who's had an unbelievable Leagues Cup matchup, he finds the back of the net, makes it 1-0 early against Atlas. Atlas will respond with the goal themselves, and this would be a 1-1 game up until the final moments of the game. And this is arguably one of my favorite calls from our good friend Ken LaVicka, and voice of the Inter Miami Herons, Ken LaVicka, arguably my favorite call of Ken all year.
Back to Messi, into the middle, Inter Miami's gonna win! Inter Miami's gonna win! Messi found Wagon for a tap-in goal! Messi's second assist of the night! Inter Miami's gonna win it! At the death, Inter Miami finds a way.
So in dramatic fashion, Inter Miami getting all 3 points in their first fixture in Leagues Cup against Atlas. Let's fast forward to the next game, game number 2 against Necaxa. This is and I should mention in that Atlas game, Lionel Messi was the man of the match. He had 2 assists in the game. Let's fast forward to August 2nd against Necaxa. This is the game where Inter Miami sadly had the great one, Lionel Messi, go down with injury. He suffered a hamstring injury in the 7th minute, was taken off of the game and out of the pitch in the 9th minute. But Telesco Segovia again making his mark even without their captain.
Chips it forward. Here's Rodrigo to Paul, middle channel. He heads it to the left. He has Segovia. Segovia into the penalty arc. Has to drag. Segovia right foot. And he scored! He picked it out upper right. What a shot from Segovia. Took his time. And he aimed it past the keeper on Sain. Segovia just moments after Messi has to depart with injury.
So Segovia, as I mentioned, with Messi not on the pitch, able to handle things. Now, Necaxa would actually score the next 2 goals to make things 2-1, but a little late game magic, courtesy of Jordi Alba to Rodrigo de Paul.
And he sends it into the middle. It's headed. Goal! Goal! Jordi Alba! We are level. Inter Miami draws level. 90+1. Alba draws us even 2-2. De Paul, the free kick assist. Jordi Alba leaping high into the air. Sends it upper left. Jordi Alba, sensational for...
So Alba able to make things 2-2. I mentioned this one had to go to penalties. Rocco Rios Novo coming up big.
Steps up with his left foot. Batalone, save! Rios Novo dove to his left and swiped it away. Rocco Rios Novo gives Inter Miami the advantage.
And then Luis Suarez called game on this penalty.
He approaches the ball, right foot Suarez, and he put it off the crossbar and in. Luis Suarez hit the bar. It went across the goal line. Inter Miami picks up the win in penalties over Necaxa. 5-4.
So Inter Miami winning that game against Necaxa. Our third game was Pumas.
Now a ball is punched through and a goal for Pumas.
Would start off to that 1-0 lead, and then Rodrigo de Paul in the 44th.
Oh, a good ball to De Paul, and he scored from just outside the 6-yard box. Alba with a beautiful assist.
And then Luis Suarez from the spot.
Suarez from the penalty arc approaches. Suarez right foot. Oh, a cheeky chip to the middle of goal. Suarez converts. The penalty finds the back of the net.
And then Tadeo Allende really stamping the nail in the coffin with the 3-1 victory for the Herons.
Suarez just outside the penalty arc. Suarez played through Allende. Allende with the goal. A one-touch right-footed strike. Tadeo Allende on a second assist for the evening. Luis Suarez. Allende makes it Inter Miami 3. Pumas 1.
And that's how that one would end. 3-1 in dramatic fashion. Inter Miami winners. And here we are, the quarterfinal tonight against Tigres. We're taking our final timeout of the pregame show. I'll get you the starting 11, and then we will throw it to Ken Levica, the voice of the Inter Miami Herons, on your home of Inter Miami English football, ESPN 106.3.
A bicycle kick is a risky move, and risky can be exciting for soccer, but not for your money. PNC Bank believes boring is better. It's the smart and steady way to manage your finances and save the excitement for all you want to do in life. See how at pnc.com/brilliantlyboring. PNC Bank, brilliantly boring since 1865 and proud to sponsor Inter Miami CF radio broadcasts. PNC Bank, National Association, member FDIC.
Lytle, Ryder, Smith, Ivy, and Fronrath, proudly representing the residents of South Florida since 1985, and proud supporter of Inter Miami on ESPN West Palm. Lytle, Ryder, Smith, Ivy, and Fronrath has attorneys across South Florida ready to fight for your rights. They've recovered billions for their clients, and you won't pay anything unless you win your case. If you have been injured, call the attorneys at Lytle, Ryder, Smith, Ivy, and Fronrath, 561-867-4117, or online at foryourrights.com. Main office in West Palm Beach.
Breaking news on ESPN 106.3 is brought to you by St. Lucie Battery and Tire.
This just in. We begin this hour with breaking news.
When news breaks, ESPN 106.3 has it covered.
We've had developments. ESPN 106.3 can now report.
When your vehicle breaks, St. Lucie Battery and Tire fixes it. Stay tuned to ESPN 106.3 for more breaking news. Brought to you by St. Lucie Battery and Tire.
Business owners, are your employees driving you nuts? Is money tight? Or have you just poured your heart and soul into your business and now it's time to retire and just relax? At Transworld Business Advisors, they have buyers from all over the world ready to buy your business now. Call for a confidential conversation about your business's current value. 561-203-5121. That's 561-203-5121, or visit tworld.com today.
The season is kicking off. Keep your home in the win column with EDS Air Conditioning. Right now, qualified customers can score 0% interest for 60 months on a brand new AC. Hot streaks belong on the field, not in your living room. With over 800 Google reviews and a 4.8 star rating, EDS is trusted as the MVP, and it has been since 2006. Visit EDSIsYes.com today. Kick off your game day comfort and don't sweat the small stuff.
Kaiser University's flagship campus. The 100-acre residential campus at 2600 North Military Trail in West Palm Beach extends Kaiser University's educational offerings to over 100 degrees. Kaiser University also has an athletic program with 26 national championships, including back-to-back-to-back lacrosse titles, and they just won their first ever national championship for men's tennis. Visit KUCHawks.com for the latest on the championship flagship campus of Kaiser University.
Breaking news on ESPN 106.3 is brought to you by St. Lucie Battery and Tire.
This just in, we begin this hour with breaking news.
When news breaks, ESPN 106.3 has it covered.
We've had developments. ESPN 106.3 can now report.
When your vehicle breaks, St. Lucie Battery and Tire fixes it. Stay tuned to ESPN 106.3 for more breaking news. Brought to you by St. Lucie Battery and Tire.
Business owners, are your employees driving you nuts? Is money tight? Or have you just poured your heart and soul into your business and now it's time to retire and just relax? At Transworld Business Advisors, they have buyers from all over the world ready to buy your business now. Call for a confidential conversation about your business's current value. 561-203-5121. That's 561-203-5121 or visit tworld.com today.
It's Theo Dorsey, and I'm feeling hot, hot, hot. Temperatures are up, but your water shouldn't be full of mystery floaties. Culligan's got your back with water testing and reverse osmosis systems to keep things clean, cool, and crisp this summer. And get this, you can try it for just $10 a month. Stay cool, stay hydrated, and stop drinking who knows what. Visit Culligan.com today to schedule your free water test.
Hey, Culligan man!
ESPN West Palm is highlighting the best performance of the week, presented by Baptist Health Orthopedic Care. Every week, a different team will be featured across ESPN 106.3 and ESPN West Palm Play. The winning performance receives $500, courtesy of Baptist Health Orthopedic Care. Do you know a team, player, or school with a killer performance? Nominate them by emailing highschool@espnwestpalm.com. Baptist Health Orthopedic Care. Go where the pros go.
The pink smoke is in the air. Inter Miami Soccer is on ESPN 106.3. Let's get back to the Inter Miami pregame show. Here's Mike Rizzo.
Mars just outside the penalty yard. Travis play through Allende. Allende with the goal. A one-touch right-footed strike to Deo Allende. And a second assist for the evening. Luis Suarez. Allende makes it Inter Miami 3. Pumas 1. Just shy of minute number 69. And that might definitively put Inter Miami into the knockout stages of the League's Cup.
Tadeo Allende, big goal against Pumas, the last player for Inter Miami to score in League's Cup before we took a bit of a timeout after that third and final game against Pumas. But Allende, I think, going to have a big game tonight. You got him and Suarez starting at striker up top. And once again, if you're just joining us, folks, no Lionel Messi in the game at all. He is not on the bench, and he is not in the starting 11. But I do have the 4-4-2 formation and 11 that Coach Mascherano is going to go with tonight. This is from left to right on the defensive side. Jordi Alba, Gonzalo Luan, Maxi Falcone, Ian Frey, Oscar Ustari in between the sticks and goal. From left to right in the midfield, Talasco Segovia, Sergio Busquets, Rodrigo De Paul, and Yannick Bright. So Yannick Bright playing a right mid, and Ken Levicka and I, voicing the Miami Aaron's Ken Levicka, and I think Rodrigo De Paul going to be kind of playing a 10 role tonight. We'll see what Suarez and Allende, your two strikers up top, do as well. Maybe Suarez might have the ball at his feet a little bit too, but Ken and I think DePaul going to be getting forward tonight, maybe more than usual with no Lionel Messi. But once again, Alba, Luan, Falcone, Frey, Segovia, Busquets, DePaul, Bright, and then the two strikers up top, Luis Suarez, Tadeo Allende, and Oscar Ustari in between the sticks. Tigres going with the same formation in a 4-4-2. The goalkeeper tonight, Nahul Guzman, Guzman starting in goal tonight. From left to right for Tigres, the left back is Jesus Garza. Left center back is Juan Jose Parada. The right center back, Romulo. Right fullback, Javier Aquino. In the midfield, from left to right, we got the young Mexican, Jonathan Herrera, playing left mid. Left center mid, Fernando Guerrero. Right center mid, Juan Brunetta. And then right mid tonight is Diego Lanes. And then up top, the always dangerous Angel Carrera. Over 450 appearances for Atletico Madrid, 88 goals in his time at Madrid. And this year already, in his first year at Tigres, he's got 5 goals in 7 games. Carrera probably kept Coach Mascherano up the last couple of nights trying to figure out how to slow him down. And then Nicolas Ibanez, also another I don't want to say under the radar, but a 30-year-old striker from Argentina. They're going with a dual partnership up top of Argentinians in Carrera and Ibanez. But those are the starting 11s for the Herons and for Tigres coming up tonight, and no Lionel Messi off the bench. Let's get you your reserves. Rocco Rios, so 2 keepers on the bench tonight. Rocco Rios Novo and William Yarborough. Marcelo Weigand, Noah Allen, Ryan Saylor, Toto Aviles, Baltasar Rodriguez, Benjamin Kremasky, Davi Ruiz, Santiago Morales, Alan Abando, and Fafa Pico. Alan Abando officially off the injury list and available off the bench tonight. Tigres off the bench, Antonio Carrera, Carlos Rodriguez, Joaquim, Marco Farfan, Rafael Guerrero, Bernardo Pera, Eugenio Pizzuto, Juan Pablo Vigon, Andre Pierre Gignac, Francesco Cordova, Ivan Lopez, Marcelo Flores, and then the 2 players unavailable, Uriel Antuna and Jesus Angelo, both with knee injuries and unavailable for the game coming up tonight. So Carrera and Ibanez, the 2 featured strikers for Tigres, and Suarez and Allende. I think that, I don't want to say that's where the game is going to come down to, but I think whoever takes advantage more of their chances, and I know that's really cliche, but I think specifically in this game tonight, whoever is more clinical in front of goal, I think is the team that's going to be able to win. As I mentioned, that's like very, bare bones soccer talk. But with how good Carrera is, man, I don't think he's going to be missing a lot of chances if he's given the opportunity. You saw him have a brilliant game in the game they won 7-0 in their final Phase 1 game in Leagues Cup. And I love Luis Suarez. He's one of the best strikers of my lifetime. But we've seen Suarez not necessarily be as clinical in front of goal in years past. And without Lionel Messi tonight, man, I wonder if Tadeo Allende is up for the task playing striker alongside Luis Suarez. In big-time cup games like this, Mascherano has gone with 4-4-2s, and it's usually Messi on the other side. Suarez coming off the left as a striker, and then Messi coming off of the right. We're not going to have that tonight. Lionel Messi is not going to be in the lineup at all. So I think the dual partnerships on each side of Suarez and Allende and Ibanez and Carrera are going to be a difference maker. I did want to mention, too, quickly, Drake Callender, not on the team anymore, got sold for about $600,000 to FC Charlotte. But Mascherano has 2 keepers on the bench tonight in Rios Novo and William Yarborough. Final timeout. When we come back, Ken LaVicka, pitch side. The game coming up next, Inter Miami versus Tigres, the voice of the Herons. Ken LaVicka coming up on your Inter Miami Radio Network.
It's Theo Dorsey, and I'm feeling hot, hot, hot. Temperatures are up, but your water shouldn't be full of
Perfect. This is a 4-minute break.
Culligan's got your back with water testing and reverse
we could cut it short.
Systems.
I have extra
Keep
spots.
things clean, cool, and crisp this summer. And get
We're
this,
on after the Mexican
anthem. You can
anthem?
try it for just $10 a month. Stay cool, stay
Okay,
hydrated,
all right. I think,
and stop drinking who knows what.
Yeah, I think we'll be okay. We'll play by ear.
to schedule your free water test.
Hey, Culligan man!
ESPN West Palm is highlighting the best performance of the week, presented by Baptist Health Orthopedic Care. Every week, a different team will be featured across ESPN 106.3 and ESPN West Palm Play. The winning performance receives $500, courtesy of Baptist Health Orthopedic Care. Do you know a team, player, or school with a killer performance? Nominate them by emailing highschool@espnwestpalm.com. Baptist Health Orthopedic Care. Go where the pros go.
Breaking news on ESPN 1063 is brought to you by St. Lucie Battery and Tire.
This just in. We begin this hour with breaking news.
When news breaks, ESPN 1063 has it covered.
We've had developments. ESPN 1063 can now report.
When your vehicle breaks, St. Lucie Battery and Tire fixes it. Stay tuned to ESPN 1063 for more breaking news. Brought to you by St. Lucie Battery and Tire.
Business owners, are your employees driving you nuts? Is money tight? Or have you just poured your heart and soul into your business and now it's time to retire and just relax? At Transworld Business Advisors, they have buyers from all over the world ready to buy your business now. Call for a confidential conversation about your business's current value. 561-203-5121. That's 561-203-5121 or visit tworld.com today.
Elevate your drive with the new 2026 Range Rover Velar P250S, where sleek design meets powerful performance. Lease it today for just $749 a month for 36 months, with $6,995 due at signing. This is your chance to command the road in signature Range Rover style. Visit Land Rover Palm Beach today and make sophistication yours. Land Rover, above and beyond.
Calling all sports fans, grab your MVP card and head to Duffy's where you can catch all of the action. Not an MVP? Sign up for free and start earning rewards today. Duffy's is voted the best sports grill year after year with their award-winning burgers and wings. Don't forget about Duffy's famous 2-for-1 drinks all day, every day. And with over 80 TVs in every location, you'll never miss a minute of the game. Visit Duffy'sMVP.com to learn more. Duffy's, our game is always on.
Hey, Steph Prince here, General Manager of ESPN West Palm, to tell you about a team that has meant a lot to me and this community for a long time. Bob and the team at Bradley Heating and Air Conditioning have been helping me stay cool for years, whether at home or in the office. And living in South Florida with 3 kids, I don't know what I'd do without them. Family owned and operated, serving Royal Palm Beach and beyond since 1980. Let the knowledgeable and trained team at Bradley help you with your residential and commercial needs, installation, repair, seasonal maintenance, upgrades of all makes and styles and models of HVAC equipment, and so much more. Bradley Heating and Air Conditioning does things right the first time and makes the process smooth, stress-free, and most importantly, keeps you cool. Give them a call at 561-793-7497. That's 561-793-7497 or bradleyair.com. Any need, big or small, trust the amazing team at Bradley Heating and Air Conditioning.
Anna Jar and Levine.
Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
ESPN 1063.
WESP Jupiter, a Good Karma Brands radio station. We interrupt our regularly scheduled program for this special presentation of Inter Miami Soccer on ESPN 1063. Now, let's get to the pitch.
Oh, it's a cannon shot! Go ahead and give him the goal of the week!
Here's Ken LaVicka.
High-stakes football in Fort Lauderdale. Inter Miami chasing a trophy, and they have a quarterfinal showdown with Liga MX powerhouse Tigres. Smoky conditions, hot conditions in South Florida, and this is going to be a match of great magnitude. Inter Miami and Tigres about to tangle here on this Wednesday night. And a very special welcome to you to Chase Stadium in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Alongside Oscar Gonzalez on site engineer to my right, and Mike Rizzo. Back in the network studios in West Palm Beach. Inter Miami, the 2 seed out of Major League Soccer, the Liga MX 3 seed, Tigres. Both sides with 2 victories in the group stage, and now they play 90 tonight for the right to go to the semifinals of the League's Cup, a tournament Inter Miami won in 2023. Tigres will have the possession to start in their famous gold uniforms, blue lettering, numbering, and trim. Inter Miami head to toe in pink. in black lettering, numbering, and trim. No Lionel Messi tonight for Inter Miami, not in the 11, not on the bench. That is the major storyline, re-aggravating the right leg injury that he suffered in the group stage of the League's Cup against Necaxa. Spectacular with a goal and assist in 45 minutes action against LA Galaxy, but unable to play tonight. There is the whistle from our referee, Mario Escobar. The quarterfinal in the League's Cup 2025 is underway. Inter Miami immediately has the ball played into its left defensive third, and Oscar Ustari, 39-year-old goalkeeper, will send it high into the air into the Inter Miami defensive midfield. Two 39-year-old keepers tonight. Ustari for Inter Miami, Nahuel Guzman, the former Argentine international, in the Tigres goal. 12 years with Tigres for Nahuel Guzman. Inter Miami with a back line tonight. Jordi Alba, Maxi Falcone, Gonzalo Lujan, and Ian Frey. In the midfield, Talasco Segovia, Sergio Busquets, Yannick Bright, Tadeo Allende, and Rodrigo De Paul, and Luis Suarez in the attack as well. For Tigres, as we near 1 minute expired in this one, Nahuel Guzman, aforementioned, as I said, between the sticks for Tigres. Left to right in the back line, Jesus Garza, Juanjo Parada, Romulo, and Javier Aquino. Aziel Herrera, Fernando Goran, Juan Brunetta, and Diego Lainez in the midfield, and up top, Angel Correa, and Nicolas Ibanez. Inter Miami right attacking third. Here's a pass to Ian Frey to the upper right of the box. Frey steps outside the box, right side, now retreats momentarily, near side extended to the right. Here is Frey, navigates to the end line. He's double teamed, and one dribble too many. He's dispossessed, and then he commits a foul as Gorriaran went sprawling to the turf. So Inter Miami asking an early question 90 seconds in, but Ian Frey could not unleash a pass to try and attack the goal. Fernando Gorriaran, 3 appearances in the League's Cup, had 3 goals in the Clausura portion of the Liga MX campaign. Uruguay international, 30 years old. And now some pressure on the keeper, Guzman. Lujan was bothering him. Guzman, though, able to get from his own box a ball into the Inter Miami defensive half, but Inter Miami in the attack right to left, back to work. Frey along the near touchline. And a very, very pressure-filled press from Tigres. Inter Miami has it in its near corner in the defensive half. And a good ball onto Segovia. Pops it high into the air, defensive midfield. De Paul trying to return it to Segovia on a volley, but it was behind him. And here comes Tigres rushing into its left attacking half. Far side, Brunetta. Brunetta trying to get around Maxi Falcone. Cannot do it. And Falcone with his left foot pops it off of Brunetta. And actually the referee will award Tigres with a throw in. It is set right of the box and into the box. Falcone got a head on it. And then it goes off of a Tigres head pretty harmlessly in the upper right portion of the area. And it takes a one-hop on to Oscar Ustari, Inter Miami goalkeeper. Ustari in blue tonight, in front of the Inter Miami goal. This is his League's Cup debut. Didn't play in any of the 3 matches in the group stage after suffering an injury just 2 matches before in the loss to Cincinnati. Inter Miami with a steal. Yannick Bright in the midfield. He's immediately dispossessed. And here comes Tigres. And a whistle and a foul behind the ball. The referee was going to play advantage and then decided that there was no advantage. And our first card of the night, a yellow is shown to Talasco Segovia. We didn't have a single card shown for Inter Miami against LA Galaxy in MLS play on Saturday. Inter Miami is in the book 4 minutes in, and it's Talasco Segovia. Inter Miami had Maxi Falcone shown red in the second match of the group stage against Necaxa, though that was rescinded after the fact and was taken off the books. Just over 4 minutes in, Inter Miami 0 and Tigres 0. Tigres on a Liga MX, 65 years old, founded in 1960, 8 Liga MX championships. And they finished a semi-finalist in the final phase of 2024-2025 Liga MX Clausura. 4 matches into the Apertura campaign, 13 goals for, 6 goals against. That +7 goal differential is the top spot in Liga MX. The first 4 matches of the Apertura for Tigres, highlighted by a 7-0 thrashing of Puebla. Inter Miami with Sergio Busquets in the defensive midfield, just inside the middle circle. A pass to the near side in the right attacking half, and Frey has its pocket picked fairly easily. And it'll be a throw-in for Tigres near side. In the defensive half, Jesus Garza has appeared in all 4 Apertura matches for Tigres. And he saw action in all Leagues Cup group stage duels. Inter Miami's going to win a ball in its attacking half, right side of the pitch. Here's Jordi Alba, his first touch in the attacking half. Now to Sergio Busquets, far side. Pass along the touchline, now it's lifted. Left box, Segovia lays it off for Alba, and across into the middle, headed away by Tigres. At the last moment, Allende was waiting for it just outside the small rectangle. Inter Miami back on it on the right flank. Sergio DePaul racing at it in the right box, and Tigres a bit of a desperate clearance near touchline, and Inter Miami's going to have a throw-in in their attacking third. Ian Frey to do the duties, near side extended, top of the box, right side. Frey holds high above his head, and he's going to send a 3-hopper on to Gonzalo Lujan in the attacking midfield. He'll push a ball into the midfield circle. Now Jordi Alba simply going to swipe a high-paced left-footed pass back to Oscar Ustari, and outside his goal. He'll send it in a right foot to Maxi Falcone, and Inter Miami trudges forward once again. Left to right. They traverse the attack. Busquets, long ball right up the middle. Could not get to Allende, who was lurking. And Tigres, a nice interception. Juanjo Parada, the left center back, but a giveaway. Here's Jordi Alba. Slides it through to Allende, and he could not get to it. It rolled through the middle of the box and then went through the upper right corner of the 6-yard area. Just a bit too much on it for Allende, and he could not get it touched. It rolls across the right end line. Goal kick for Tigres. But Inter Miami very quick to the ball here in the opening 7 minutes. Just haven't had their key passes weighted perfectly like they need to be. Tigres has recovered well defensively. 7.5 minutes in, still zeros on the score line. Here's a header from the defensive midfield. The chase is on for the ball on the far side. Lainez and Falcone with a huge battle, and Falcone wins it. And Inter Miami back into the right attacking half. Far side into the middle circle. Luis Suarez, his first touch in the attacking half. Quickly sent it on to Busquets, and now to DePaul. DePaul lifts the ball to Suarez coming up the middle, and it hit just outside the area, and one hops on to Guzman, the Tigres keeper. Suarez was marked well by Romulo. And here comes Tigres as they float near the midfield stripe. Tigres won the CONCACAF Champions Cup in 2020, Campeones Cup 2018 and 2023. They're the first side to ever win that championship twice. One of their most famous sides, 2015, made it to the final of Copa Libertadores, falling to River Plate. A lot of history for Tigres. Inter Miami, another steal in the defensive half. Long ball, Segovia. Allende chasing. Guzman well off his line outside the upper left, and he has to club a ball with a left foot 5 rows deep into the stands along the near touchline. Inter Miami really trying to hit Tigres over the top. They've come very close on 3 different occasions now as we welcome you to the 9th minute. Ken Levicka here with you in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. It is hot and humid as you'd expect. 96 degrees the high today in Fort Lauderdale, but also multiple wildfires in the Everglades just west of here. Things a bit more smoky to the south of us, but certainly some unkind air in these parts. Inter Miami Right attacking half. Lujan sends a ball to the right box. Allende, first touch, has to turn on it, swipes the left foot towards the penalty spot. That's blasted away by Tigres with their third clearance of the match already. But Inter Miami, another turnover. Able to come up with a steal as Yannick Bright is held and fouled. Ian Frey got knocked to the turf after the fact. Pick one. They were both a foul. And Inter Miami is just outworking Tigres to the ball right now. This is a bright start for Inter Miami without Lionel Messi. 40 yards away, DePaul on the right flank is going to deliver a free kick. I think he's going to set it short, and he does. He simply swipes it into the midfield circle for Sergio Busquets. Busquets will send it off to the left side. Maxi Falcone, and now a high ball from Falcone along the far left touchline, right attacking half Inter Miami. Alba got there. Here's a cross, left-footed. Oh, Allende could not get a touch on it as it pinballed between two defenders just out of the grasp of the left toe of Allende in the left 6-yard box. It goes across the left end line, and we have a corner for Inter Miami, presented by Leiter Ryder Smith, Ivy, and Fronrath, representing injured people and their families for more than 35 years. Visit foryourrights.com. Far side to near side corner coming. It's sent short, and it'll be played to the left wing. Here's Alba lifting a ball to the far post, and skying for it is Guzman on that post, and he is going to launch a ball right down the middle of the field. Wanted Correa, and Inter Miami able to handle that expertly with Jordi Alba. That was the same type of ball that dinged them against Orlando City in the first meeting between the two sides back in May, and Inter Miami learned some lessons from that, it appears. Mike Rizzo back in the network studios. He hasn't uttered the name Orlando City since the second match. So that team in purple. Here's Allende, who got pulled down trying to catch up to a long ball outside the upper right, and the referee says play on. Mario Escobar, that's tragic, as Allende had the back of his shirt gripped and grabbed and pulled. That should have been a foul. Easily should have been a foul against Jesus Garza, the left back of Tigres. And probably should have been a card. Meanwhile, we play on. 12 minutes in, Inter Miami 0, Tigres 0. Neither side has a shot on target to this point. Tigres in the Leagues Cup group stage had slightly higher possession per match. Tigres, if they could have beaten LAFC in the final group stage match, would have been first in Liga MX. The #1 seed headed into the quarterfinal. Instead, they were defeated 2-1, and that's why they had to hit the road and come here to South Florida. Foul against Inter Miami, Yannick Bright in Inter Miami's attacking half. There is an afflicted Tigres player. I believe that is Fernando Gorriarán, and it is. So Tigres will get play started right side of the pitch, defensive half, and it is launched high into the air. Left attacking half of Tigres headed out of play by Ian Frey, and it'll be a throw-in even about 35 yards away on the near touchline as Lionel Messi in street clothes looks on. His family in attendance, his wife Antonella and their sons. Lionel Messi arrived on the bus with the team, a great gesture from the leader of this side. Here is a high cross from the left end line. Not a lot of hope in that from Correa, just trying to keep it in play. And leaping high in the air with just a bit of obstruction at the penalty spot is Oscar Ustari to grab the ball about 4 feet over his head. 13.5 minutes have expired here in Fort Lauderdale. 0-0, Inter Miami and Tigres. Inter Miami in its defensive half, left side. Alba's going to sweep it all the way back to Ustari on a hop, and he expertly plays it off his waist. Now to Sergio Busquets in the Inter Miami penalty arc. Busquets right into the middle, some room to operate for Yannick Bright, but he had a heavy touch, and it was taken off his foot by Herrera of Tigres, and Tigres is going to dribble the ball back on to Nahuel Guzman, who is dressed in black tonight, the veteran Tigres goalkeeper. Tigres near side, right defensive half. Herrera through 3 defenders, couldn't hang on to possession, but it rolls right back onto Tigres along their back line. Parata, and a long ball forward. Correa is on it, left of the penalty arc. He wants to try and chip Ustari. That was a little bit ambitious. Charging hard from behind was Lujan on Correa, and by that time, there was no room for Correa to do much, so he had to opt for the miracle, and he sent it well over the bar. Upper right of Ustari's goal, who was tracking it the entire time. He had already begun to backpedal, Ustari. He was not going to be beaten on anything up over his head, and Correa knew that. Inter Miami sends a long ball deep in its defensive half towards the midfield. Allende got a head on it for Inter Miami, but it's won by Tigres again. Defensive portion of the midfield circle. Tigres has grown into some possession here as we reach the quarter-hour mark. And Tigres rushing forward, good speed. Captain's armband on Nicolas Ibanez, and he showed why. Tigres is going to retreat into its defensive half on the right. Good shape in the attack, though, for Tigres. They started attacking the near side. Now they're going to work on the left side of the Inter Miami defense. And a ball toe poked, lifted up the right wing. Lainez corrals right of the box. Lainez charges into the box. Lainez left foot sends it right flank. Here's a ball far post. Ian Frey able to pick it off, then boxes out a defender, and he's going to chest it outside the area. Win it back for Inter Miami. That's well done by Ian Frey as he bodied up Herrera. Inter Miami now rushing right attacking half. Here's Allende on the right wing. Allende cuts it to the left. Allende into the box. Allende then's dispossessed at the last moment as Parata was there in support for Tigres. Well, that was nearly spectacular from Allende. Rodrigo de Paul is furious, saying that Allende was having his jersey ripped out again, his arms held. Meanwhile, Tigres back into the left attacking half. On the far right wing, coming forward is Tigres. This is Lainez. Into the middle channel, 40 yards out, Brunetta. Now in the left wing, Correa. Correa sends it left of the box. Herrera against Frey. Now into the upper left. Correa's shot is blocked away by Yannick Bright. A one-touch head out of by Busquets. And then Rodrigo de Paul, nifty touch in the midfield. Suarez could not get around a defender in the midfield circle, but in support is Zalba. Sends a high, long ball up ahead to Paul. Could not get to it. It was tackled away from him. Just an excellent, all-world defensive play by Tigres and Jesus Garza. If Garza doesn't get a miraculous left foot around DePaul's body, DePaul's 1v1 on the keeper. Oh boy, that is as good a defensive play as you're going to see. Tigres' back line has saved the day at least 4 times here in this opening half. We are into the 17th minute, 0-0 Inter Miami and Tigres. Inter Miami does not have Lionel Messi tonight. Suarez into Paul, along with Segovia and Allende, are the main components of the attack for Inter Miami. And now Tigres will catch its breath into the defensive half. A chipped ball forward, an attempt at a long ball, and that's extinguished by Gonzalo Lujan, but Ian Frey a little bit unsure with the ball. It's won back by Herrera of Tigres. Near side, now left wing. Rolled ball onto Gorriarán. Now middle channel, 35 yards away. Brunetta is going to spray to the outside. Far touchline. Aquino. Coming forward momentarily on the right flank was Lainez. Now Brunetta, 35 yards away, short-range pass with Gorriarán, right back to Brunetta, and a square ball high in the air, left of the box, finds Herrera. Herrera for Tigres. Herrera sends a cross into the upper right of the box. That's cleared away by Alba, but Tigres stays in possession. Aquino on to Lainez. Lainez right of the area, comes forward. A 1-2 on the right wing, but Inter Miami intercepts that, and here's Segovia, who has not touched the ball in forever. Try to push it on to Suarez, send it right back to Segovia. Segovia won 2 consecutive 1v1 battles along the far touchline of the defensive half to clear some room, and Inter Miami is going to come forward as the ball works itself to the near side, and Ian Frey right back has it, and he's got some green grass in front of him, charges forward into the right attacking half. Suarez one touches it back to Frey, right of the area. Frey, low cross, slid away, and it's going to go across the touchline in the corner for a throw-in right near the stick. I tell you what, Jesus Garza and Juanjo Parada on the left side of the defense for Tigres are putting in some galactic effort. Throw in to Allende, lower right of the box, sends across to no one, high in the air, left portion of the area. Alba caught up to it. Good hustle by Alba. Now left wing Segovia. Good feed to Paul. Here's Alba left of the box. He's called for a handball and he got it! A handball against Aquino of Tigres. It'll be a penalty. Point to the spot. Mario Escobar and Inter Miami in the 19th minute will have a chance to go up 1-0. And Aquino's going to be shown a card. So Jordi Alba called it right away, and sure enough, Aquino had his arm extended, his left arm extended, his hand in a fist. The ball bounced off of Aquino's fist. VAR is going to look at it. Now, the one thing that could save Tigres is that Aquino's arm was coming back to his body. It had started in an unnatural position, but was coming back to his body as he slid to the ground, attempting to block the cross attempt from Alba. Alba immediately threw his arms in the air looking for a penalty. We'll see if this stands. And I don't think the referee is going to go look at the monitor. He has not been summoned. He's walking back towards the penalty spot. Typically, if there's going to be an overturn, the referee is summoned to the monitor all the way on the far side of the pitch. I have to imagine it's going to be Luis Suarez who takes this penalty for Inter Miami if this stands. Meanwhile, during the stoppage, we're into the 21st minute. Inter Miami has been awarded a penalty, their second of the League's Cup. In the finale of the group stage against Pumas, Inter Miami was awarded a penalty. And it is going to be a penalty. Luis Suarez is going to place the ball on the spot. It appears as if the VAR review has come to an end. Aquino continues to appeal, but he's going to lose his argument with the referee, Mario Escobar. This comes right side of the pitch. Luis Suarez stands with the ball on his right hip. He'll be 1v1 with Nahuel Guzman, an Argentine goalkeeper against a Uruguayan legend. And still, Tigres is stalling here. Diego Lainez is simply just trying to throw off Luis Suarez. So a little bit of, you know the word, housery happening right now. So it is a penalty for Inter Miami. It has now been confirmed over the PA. 22nd minute, 0-0 Inter Miami and Tigres. Will that scoreline remain the same? Luis Suarez about to step to the penalty spot. He scored run of play against LA Galaxy on an absolutely prodigious assist from Lionel Messi in the 89th minute for his first run of play goal in the last 12 matches. He converted the penalty against Pumas in the group stage finale and converted on a penalty in the shootout match before against Necaxa. Suarez, 22nd minute, from the spot in the right box. He stands in the penalty arc as Nahuel Guzman, the goalkeeper, looks straight into Suarez's eyes. We await the whistle. There it is from the referee. Suarez approaches, right foot, and he planted it to the right portion of goal. Guzman guessed correctly, but he couldn't get a touch on it. Luis Suarez converts the penalty. Inter Miami 1, Tigres 0, minute number 23. What a start for Messi-less Inter Miami. Luis Suarez continues to dominate from the penalty spot. The handball from Javier Aquino of Tigres. And Inter Miami's on the front foot. It was well struck, perfectly placed. And Inter Miami has the lead as Lionel Messi pumps his fist in celebration behind the Inter Miami bench. Don't look now, but Luis Suarez's form has taken a massive turn north here over the last 5 weeks or so. Actually, really sort of started in the FIFA Club World Cup. There have been some peaks and valleys, but it has been trending upwards. And now Tigres with a little bit of urgency as play restarts. Left attacking half, long ball from the defensive side. It's Frey who's going to track it down left of his own area. Send it back to his keeper, Ustari. He right foot swipes it away out of any sort of danger. Ahead on it for Inter Miami's Pride. And now Rodrigo to Paul wins into Paul. Shields off a Tigres player, and he is knocked to the ground. That is Fernando Gorriaran, who is called for the foul, and DePaul stays down here, laying on the ball. Rodrigo DePaul is clutching at the back of his knee, the left back of his knee. I think he took a knee there. I don't think this is any sort of tricky foot plant situation. Yeah, that's what he's yelling at Gorriaran about. He took a knee in the back of his thigh. That's never going to feel good. 24th minute, 1-0 Inter Miami. What a penalty take from Luis Suarez. We got another look at the replay here from our broadcast position at Chase Stadium. Inter Miami has it in the left defensive half. Near side, Lujan got pushed out of the ground. The foul is called on Nicolas Ibanez. Ibanez, a prolific scorer in Liga MX. 11 goals for Pachuca, Apertura 22-23. Had 10 goals for Atletico San Luis in the 2020-2021 season. 20 Liga MX goals for Tigres, but he's never scored in a Leagues Cup, Nicolas Ibanez. Nearing the 26th minute, and Inter Miami with Sergio Busquets. He's going to usher a ball into his own box, left side of the pitch, and Oscar Ustari will catch up to it with his feet, left portion of the area, and he'll scoop it up with a Tigres player getting within about 3 feet of him. Long ball from the defensive third, on to Segovia in the midfield circle. Pushes it off near touchline, Frey. Angling left with his dribble into the right, attacking third. Frey wanted to play it short to Rodrigo to Paul in the right area, but it was intercepted by Jesus Garza as he stuck out his foot. Now look out, Tigres rushing hard up the near touchline, left attacking half. The ball is going to squirt free to Garza. Garza, left portion of the box, Herrera tried to play it back. It went off an Inter Miami player, Lujan, and then an Inter Miami player is tackled down. That's Ian Frey at the border of the box in the upper left. Inter Miami will be happy with the amount of hustle that it took to recover, and successfully so. Lujan was a little bit late defensively, helping Yannick Bright, who has played far side and near side, right side and left side. He is as good a box-to-box defensive midfielder as you're going to find. Lujan was a little bit late, but then did really well to flash in front of Herrera, who is heading to the end line in the area. Avoided making contact with Herrera, and an appeal for a penalty, and Inter Miami comes out of there. And a free kick deep in the defensive half, and Inter Miami now has a defensive midfield. Minute number 27, Inter Miami 1, Tigres 0. Inter Miami has not been awarded a penalty in MLS play this season, but 2 in 2 matches in the Leagues Cup. Oh, Suarez, beautiful ball into the box. Allende tackled from behind, ball's loose. Left end line, he's able to recover. Allende sends it all the left of the box. He sent a ball to the near post. Suarez could not get a foot on it. The keeper, Guzman, punched it away. Inter Miami wins it back, though, in the attacking third. Rodrigo to Paul, and the crowd stands appreciative of the type of effort Inter Miami's giving. Jordi Alba had a pass blocked back onto him. Now Segovia tries to spring Alba free. He gets ridden to the ground by Aquino, who's on a yellow, and he's got to be careful. 28th minute, Inter Miami nearly went up 2-0. Suarez with a wonderful ball that found Allende making a horizontal run in the box. Peralta with a desperate tackle blocked the shot away from Allende. Allende was able to collect as the ball rolled to the end line in the box. And then Inter Miami able to track back as Tigres won possession and win it again. Well, Allende, and this has been the story of him over the last 5 weeks, he's done everything right except that first touch. His runs have been fantastic. He puts himself in dangerous situations, but it's the first touch and it's the moment of glory that have failed him. Inter Miami with Rodrigo to Paul, 35 yards out. He's going to send right portion of the pitch, far touchline, a free kick. DePaul puts his right foot into it. This has good pace, top of the box, but it's headed away by Tigres. Right back onto Segovia. Segovia punches left portion of the box. That's headed away by Tigres, but it's still Inter Miami on the ball. Lujan wins it back. Now DePaul. Wanted Falcone on the far post. Far side to near side. Falcone unable to get on the end of it. It takes one hop and goes out of play, right end line. Now Nanuel Guzman is injured. The goalkeeper for Tigres. He went down in a heap, ripped off his shin guard. Now he's retying his shoe. He might have twisted his ankle, and he's trying to tighten up his shoe. And he's still on a knee. He calls over Juanjo Parada to squeeze at the top of his foot. This is more than just Guzman suffering an equipment malfunction. He's definitely bothered by something. As we get past the half an hour mark, Inter Miami 1, Tigres 0. Inter Miami ahead thanks to Luis Suarez in the 23rd minute, converting a penalty off of a Tigres handball. Javier Aquino trying to block a Jordi Alba cross in the left portion of the box. It hit his left arm. And that's our difference right now. Inter Miami without Lionel Messi, the 1-0 lead. Win or go home. Do or die. Survive and advance. However you want to describe it, that's the situation here in this Leagues Cup quarterfinal. Now Guzman is up. Shin guard back on. Shoe firmly placed back on his foot. And the free kick is blown dead. Tigres is going to have to do it again. It'll be Parada to send it off the corner of the 6-yard box. And now Guzman will sweep it back to Parada in his own area. Now he's left in the box. And trying to play out of the back is Tigres. Good deflection by Allende, and the ball was won momentarily by Inter Miami Busquets. But Busquets didn't have any support after he pushed the ball forward, and Tigres has to play it back to Guzman, the goalkeeper. Good distribution. Herrera near touchline, right defensive half. But then Tadeo Allende nearly dispossessed Brunetta. But Tigres able to come out with a leaked ball. And into the left attacking half comes Tigres, charging hard, Gorriarán. As we head to the entry point of the 32nd minute, 1-0 Inter Miami. I'm Ken LaVicka with you. Tigres never trailed at halftime in the group stage of the Leagues Cup. Had 2 leads. Inter Miami was even on the scoreline every single match of the Leagues Cup. Tigres left attacking half in the midfield, just in front of the midfield circle. Garza, who has been Herculean, is left back position tonight for Tigres. Now far side, Aquino. Now Lainez on an overlap. Lainez about 25 yards out. Now he is left of the box. He's going to retreat, pirouette on his left foot. Sending it backwards is Tigres to the right of the midfield circle. Now in the midfield circle, right foot onto Garza. Garza for Tigres. Comes up the left wing, now to the outside left channel in the left attacking half. Correa into the middle channel, Brunetta. Delivers a ball left of the area. Herrera is on it. Right foot, good pace cross. It took one hop over the head of Alba, and this is going to roll out of play. No, it stayed in play. Able to corral it was Lainez as he raced towards it. Now he has it right of the box. Lainez double teamed, laid off. Aquino across, and it took a deflection. Inter Miami trying to hit on the counter. Here's Rodrigo DePaul, and he's turned on the burners. DePaul sends it Segovia defensive half, far side, and Tigres was able to desperately get back and muck that counter attempt up. And now Sergio Busquets was absolutely spiked in the defensive half. The referee plays advantage. Right attacking half, Inter Miami right wing. Ian Frey overstepped the ball, goes down, pushes it off Allende right of the box. Allende low cross, and it is sent high into the air across the right end line by Parada. That was DePaul, who was lurking, making a very, very strong vertical run. Corner for Inter Miami, near side to far side. Presented by Ryder Smith, Ivy and Fronrath, representing injured people and their families for more than 35 years. Visit foryourrights.com. 1-0 Inter Miami. And we are into minute number 34, and we are about to experience an Inter Miami corner near side to far side. Talasco Segovia has Yannick Bright about 6 yards away from him, and it is a short corner. Bright on it right of the box, sends it to the right wing. DePaul sweeps it into the middle channel. Alba left foot shot, and he missed it upper left. Not by much though. It floated just a bit, didn't curl back. Maybe about 1.5 yards off the target. Charlie Alba's had some close calls this year from distance straight on. That's the latest edition, and it remains 1-0 Inter Miami. Quick restart on the goal kick for Tigres. There is an intensity to this play here tonight from both sides, as you'd expect. In a quarterfinal of a major tournament, Luis Suarez called it a final yesterday when addressing media. That is the mindset you have to have going into a match like this. Long ball defensive half, Maxi Falcone perfectly played to keep it away from a streaking Correa. Inter Miami in its defensive midfield, left portion of the pitch. Jordi Alba flanked by 2 defenders. He's going to send a retreating ball to Maxi Falcone, who will deliver it to his own penalty arc for Oscar Ustari, Inter Miami's veteran goalkeeper. He distributes back onto Falcone with the right foot, and Falcone, hair bobbing in this humid South Florida air, will send it to the defensive middle channel for Busquets. Inter Miami in no particular hurry. Busquets swings an airborne, a left-footed ball onto Lujan. Lujan comes forward right attacking half. Lujan a bit off the mark with a pass, but Allende able to get to it, and Inter Miami retains possession well. Defensive midfield, Falcone just to the left of the midfield circle. And we are into the 36th minute. 1-0 Inter Miami. Busquets, defensive half to attacking half for Allende, and it goes right back into the Inter Miami left attacking portion. Busquets then swipes the ball deep into the right attacking third, one off of Tigres' head, and then Jordi Alba could not win it definitively. Aquino took it away from him. The right back for Tigres, and then a foul against Inter Miami. Talasco Segovia ran into his back. Segovia making sure the referee knows that that was not purposeful. He does not want to collect his second yellow and a subsequent red card. 36.5 minutes on this first half clock from Chase Stadium in Fort Lauderdale. Inter Miami 1, Tigres 0. Along with Oscar Gonzalez, the OG on-site engineer, I'm Ken LaVicka. Mike Rizzo, comfortable in the air conditioning in the network studios in West Palm Beach. It is steamy. There is zero breeze. We are playing in a sauna here under the lights at Chase Stadium. We are not going to smell good after this one. It's just part of the sacrifice you make. Tigres trying to send a ball from the defensive half, left portion of the pitch, attacking half, and that's intercepted easily by Busquets of Inter Miami. And a ball rolled back to the blue-clad Oscar Ustari of Inter Miami in goal. Good chest to right foot from Ian Frey on a sky ball near touchline defensive half. Quick restart Inter Miami. Suarez scissor kicked it from the ground, and here comes Inter Miami. Suarez sends it middle channel. Segovia just outside the penalty yard to the upper left. Alba sends a ball to the right box. Bright couldn't get there, but off of a Tigres one touch, he was knocked to the ground trying to fight for it. The referee says play on. What a nifty restart from Suarez, who was laying on his side, and Inter Miami almost caught Tigres off guard. Tigres is going to win a throw-in in its defensive third. And now Tigres going right to left in the attack, trying to gather itself. Inter Miami 1, Tigres 0. Inter Miami certainly has picked its spots, applying pressure, and Tigres at times has had a hard time adjusting until the back line has saved the entire team. Right now, Garza and Parada for Tigres are Tigres' men of the match, or else this could be 3-0 Inter Miami. Tigres still trying to work it out of the back. Now in the right defensive third, Guzman with a left foot. The goalkeeper will redistribute to the back line. Finally finds its way to Fernando Gorriarán. Now left attacking half, Tigres in business. Full head of speed coming up the right wing. Lainez, middle channel, left foot! And he sent it wide of goal to the left. Ustari had to dive for it to his right-hand side. but it was about 5 yards off the mark. Diego Lainez, the Mexican national team veteran, missed it by plenty, but he puts a scare into Inter Miami on the back line for the first time tonight, showing off that signature speed. He does have a goal in Apertura play in Liga MX in the first 4 matches. Inter Miami, left defensive midfield, well done. Luis Suarez chops the ball to DePaul. Now right attacking half Allende. Short range pass middle channel. Suarez plays it through Segovia. Left portion of the box, and he tried a left foot chip. And he was hit from behind, and it simply died on its way to Nahuel Guzman. This is going to be a shot on target for Segovia, but could have been so much more. It was Romulo, this time with the latest Herculean defensive play for Tigres. He got the ball from behind at the last moment, and Segovia couldn't get full power on the shot. He could hear footsteps, which is why he rushed the attempt as he entered the top border of the box. We are into the 40th minute, getting late in the opening half. 1-0 Inter Miami, thanks to a Luis Suarez penalty conversion. Right defensive half, Tigres. Parada. Now to Romulo, the Brazilian. Far touchline in the defensive midfield, and now Tigres into the left attacking half. And it will remain there, at least for now. Inter Miami not presenting many channels here for Tigres. Tigres left to the midfield stripe in the left portion of the pitch, attacking half. Now to Garza, left touchline. He's going to retrieve a ball back to the defensive side. DePaul being very active defensively. And Tigres is stuck in its right defensive half. Now briefly into the left attacking half. And a good ball from Ibanez, and a better tackle from Inter Miami and Gonzalo Lujan, and he wins a throw-in far side for Inter Miami. Brunetto was coming forward, and Lujan snuffed that out as Brunetto entered an area to the right of the box. That's well done from Gonzalo Lujan. Both back lines have been phenomenal with their timed tackles. Less than 4 minutes remaining first half, and then any extra time that's tacked on with this 1-0 Inter Miami scoreline. Off the throw-in, a turnover, but Tigres gives it right back. Suarez square ball across the grass, well done. Far side and near side, Frey. Frey right attacking half. He got tripped up from behind, and the referee says it was a clean tackle. 40 yards out by Correa. It goes off of Frey, and it'll be a near touchline throw-in for Tigres in its attacking half. Right to left in the attack for Tigres. In yellow and blue, per usual. Primary yellow with the blue lettering, numbering, and trim. A lot of Tigres fans in attendance. One of the institutions in Liga MX, and their fans travel extremely well. Tigres will win a throw-in the attacking half left side. This will come from the near left side. Sent into the attacking midfield. Making a turn, Gorriarán. And Rodrigo DePaul is called for a foul, grabbing on to Gorriarán. Restart, Tigres, far touchline, left attacking half. Lainez, flanked by 2 defenders, sends it right of the box. A cutback, and now Lainez an overlapping run. Back to the left of the area. Left foot cross, and Lujan top of the 6-yard box, able to get a head on it, and well done by Inter Miami. And Talasco Segovia to maneuver out of the area, and a foul is called against Lainez near the far touchline in Inter Miami's left defensive third. Into the 43rd minute, Inter Miami 1, Tigres 0. We'd like to welcome everybody listening on the flagship for Inter Miami football, ESPN 106.3, based out of West Palm Beach. The Deportes Radio FC app, which is free, by the way. Also on Apple TV, if you select Home Team Radio. And everybody who is listening internationally on YouTube. Inter Miami, deep defensive third restart. And Guzman came off his line out of the box, blasted a ball off of Rodrigo DePaul, and it's, or Tadeo Allende, I should say, and a handball called against Allende. So lead to possession for Tigres. I thought it was a handball. They just called a simple throw, and the ball went out of play off of Allende. And Tigres off the throw in. And look at a great individual effort on the right side. That was Aquino, who comes forward. Now left attacking third. Herrera, left portion of the box, and Ian Frey able to touch the ball away. Oh, and then he avoided a sliding tackle. Frey then pushed from behind by Correa. And this is, oh, I thought this was going to be a card. It looked like the referee was reaching for his pocket. Suarez is demanding that a card come out. And there's an injured Inter Miami player on the far side. Behind the play, is that Alba? It is Jordi Alba, who is down and in heaps of pain. The physios will come out. Alba, who missed a couple of matches, and then the FIFA Club World Cup with a hamstring issue, is writhing in pain. And what are they working on? Is that a knee? It's a right knee for Jordi Alba. 4 extra minutes. 4 extra minutes tacked on to the end of the first half. Extra time presented by your local South Florida Audi dealer. Test drive the Q5 today at your local South Florida Audi dealer, or visit AudiUSA.com. That's AudiUSA.com. Inter Miami 1, Tigres 0. And Baltus make that Noah Allen is getting loose for Inter Miami. We'll see if Jordi Alba is going to have to come off. This would be brutal. It is a knee issue. That is the focus. A left knee issue for Jordi Alba, who is now up. Is he going to have to be substituted out? He's trying to put pressure on it. He is limping towards the far touchline. Boy, that is a heavy limp for Jordi Alba. He does not look comfortable at all. And it looked like contact to contact for Jordi Alba on that knee. I don't think that he planted his foot and it twisted. I think he got hit. It was knee to knee. So if that's any solace to anybody listening, it was a knee to knee hit. Javier Mascherano has not told Noah Allen yet to take off the penny. Noah Allen's just sort of lingering. We are 45 plus 1, 46 and a half minutes on the clock. 1-0 Inter Miami over Tigres. Noah Allen standing behind Javier Mascherano, but near the bench. Tigres deflects a ball out of play on the near side. And now off the throw-in for Inter Miami. They have it in their left defensive third. Jordi Alba still receiving treatment on the far touchline, just to the right of the midfield stripe. So we'll see if he's going to be available at all the rest of the evening. Ian Frey, right attacking half. Long ball forward. Segovia got a head on it right of the penalty arc. Couldn't control it, though, amongst 3 defenders, and Tigres is going to sweep it out of danger. Oh, nifty move in the defensive half, Brunetta. And now Tigres on the run. They have a 3-on-2. Charging forward. Right up the middle is Tigres. Putting on the brakes, Correa, and then he is dispossessed. Yannick Bright said no more. 25 yards from goal. Now look at Tadeo Allende with fancy footwork. Midfield circle. Allende pushes it. Defensive midfield, and Inter Miami is going to send it deeper into the defensive side. Jordi Alba is up, and he's trying to shake off that left leg. The physio's not letting him back yet. He is limping severely. Luis Suarez at the midfield circle, able to shield off Garza of Tigres, win the ball, and now Inter Miami has it in the midfield circle. Segovia, right near the center dot, had to distribute to Jordi Alba, who is back in the match somehow. We are 45 plus 3, 1 more minute left to go in extra time. DePaul, right attacking half. Now Suarez sends it near touchline. Ian Frey holds up play for a moment, gives it Suarez on the right flank, and now back to the defensive half, just inside, left side of that midfield strike. Busquets, square ball, airborne. Falcone chests it down. Falcone now comes forward. Falcone floating, sends it far touchline. Jordi Alba, who doesn't look like he's having much issue now, putting pressure on that left knee. And Inter Miami seems content to just tick off the remaining 20 seconds. Giveaway, Sergio Busquets. Correa picked his pocket, left of the box, and now into the left portion of the box. Correa could not spin center on Busquets, and clearing it away was Lujan of Inter Miami. Oh, that was heart-stopping for a moment. Tigres, though, recovers in the midfield. Late opportunity here, end of the first half. Romulo sends it right wing. Lainez off to Ibanez. Here's a cross, middle of the box. Lujan takes care of that. Now Jordi Alba being pursued. He's able to swipe a ball to the far touchline in the Inter Miami defensive third. The ball was chunked forward by Rodrigo to Paul, but a throw-in for Tigres, and it's left attacking third. 49:30 on the first half clock. We're heading towards final kick of this half. The referee, Mario Escobar, now blowing his whistle. Lujan, well done on a well-paced delivery to the box. Declared away, but not far enough. Lainez in the right box. Lainez cuts inside into the 6-yard box. He meets resistance. Yannick Bright wins it along the end line for Inter Miami. He retreats outside the area, and he's still going. And now Inter Miami has some room. This is Segovia far side, and he'll just play it back onto Yannick Bright. There! It sounded like was the final whistle. Nothing doing, though. Meanwhile, Tigres is going to win it back, left attacking third. I thought that was the final whistle of the half. Herrera, left wing, 25 yards out for Tigres. Pushes it backwards to Garza. When is Mario Escobar going to blow the half dead? Middle channel, Brunetta, 35 yards away. Sends it right wing. Here is a delivery, Aquino. That was swept away by Inter Miami. Tigres still on the ball, though, within 30 yards. Still in the left attacking third. Herrera, left of the box. Herrera, left-footed attempt towards goal. And Ian Frey wiped that out. And there is the final whistle of this opening half. It has been an eventful one. It has been urgent. It has been intense. It has been aggressive. And there are players in each other's faces. Rodrigo to Paul getting into it with Angel Cabrera, the former Atletico Madrid teammates. And they are exchanging pleasantries at midfield before they head to the dressing room. How do you not love that? And of course, Luis Suarez now in the middle of it, because that's what Luis Suarez does. He's the difference right now. A penalty conversion in minute number 23 for Luis Suarez off of a Tigres handball. And at halftime of this Leagues Cup quarterfinal, it's Inter Miami 1, Tigres 0. Mike Rizzo back in the network studios in West Palm Beach has your halftime show. When we return, it's Inter Miami football.
It's Theo Dorsey, and I'm feeling hot, hot, hot. Temperatures are up, but your water shouldn't be full of mystery floaties. Culligan's got your back with water testing and reverse osmosis systems to keep things clean, cool, and crisp this summer. And get this, you can try it for just $10 a month. Stay cool, stay hydrated, and stop drinking who knows what. Visit Culligan.com today to schedule your free water test.
Hey, Culligan man!
What if every use of your debit card turned spare change into something meaningful, like growing your savings and supporting local community causes? With Flagler Credit Union's Impact Checking with Everyday Change, your spare change can have big impact. Each transaction can be rounded up to grow your savings and support nonprofits that provide meals, shelter, and essential services locally. Make an impact in your life and in your community. Open your Impact Checking account today. Insured by NCUA, official credit union of Florida Atlantic University Athletics.
Putting the ball behind the keeper takes lots and lots and lots of tireless work that leads to something brilliant. It's the same with PNC Bank. They take a smart, practical approach with your money so you can score brilliant financial goals. PNC Bank, brilliantly boring since 1865 and proud banking sponsor of Inter Miami CF radio broadcasts. Visit pnc.com/brilliantlyboring. PNC Bank, National Association, member FDIC.
The road is calling. Embrace the thrill of the drive with the fully electric Audi Q6 e-tron. Featuring effortless power, serious acceleration, and advanced Audi tech. The next chapter of Audi is here. Get exceptional offers at your local Audi dealer.
Calling all sports fans, grab your MVP card and head to Duffy's where you can catch all of the action. Not an MVP? Sign up for free and start earning rewards today. Duffy's is voted the best sports grill year after year with their award-winning burgers and wings. Don't forget about Duffy's famous 2-for-1 drinks all day, every day. And with over 80 TVs in every location, you'll never miss a minute of the game. Visit Duffy'sMVP.com to learn more. Duffy's, our game is always on.
Lytle, Ryder, Smith, Ivy, and Fronrath, proudly representing the residents of South Florida since 1985, and proud supporter of Inter Miami on ESPN West Palm. Lytle, Ryder, Smith, Ivy, and Fronrath has attorneys across South Florida ready to fight for your rights. They've recovered billions for their clients, and you won't pay anything unless you win your case. If you have been injured, call the attorneys at Lytle, Ryder, Smith, Ivy, and Fronrath, 561-867-4117, or online at foryourrights.com. Main office in West Palm Beach.
Hey, Steph Prince here, General Manager of ESPN West Palm, to tell you about a team that has meant a lot to me and this community for a long time. Bob and the team at Bradley Heating and Air Conditioning have been helping me stay cool for years, whether at home or in the office. And living in South Florida with 3 kids, I don't know what I'd do without them. Family owned and operated, serving Royal Palm Beach and beyond since 1980. Let the knowledgeable and trained team at Bradley help you with your residential and commercial needs, installation, repair, seasonal maintenance, upgrades of all makes and styles and models of HVAC equipment, and so much more. Bradley Heating and Air Conditioning does things right the first time and makes the process smooth, stress-free, and most importantly, keeps you cool. Give them a call at 561-793-7497. That's 561-793-7497 or bradleyair.com. Any need, big or small, trust the amazing team at Bradley Heating and Air Conditioning.
The pink smoke is in the air. Inter Miami Soccer is on ESPN 106.3. Here's Mike Rizzo.
Welcome on in, folks, to your halftime report on your Inter Miami radio network. Mike Rizzo holding down the fort here, back in West Palm Beach. 1-0, our Herons on top of Tigres. No Lionel Messi so far, no problem. Messi will not be coming into the game tonight. He is not even with the reserves. But so far, no problem as Inter Miami is up 1-0. We'll get your halftime stats in just a second. But I think Inter Miami in that first half, clearly the team on the front foot, clearly the team with the most chances. You've seen Luis Suarez have a couple of chances in front of the net. Now, I said in the pregame that I think whoever takes advantage of their chances in front of net is going to win the football game. You know, I know that's cliche, but with no shots on target at halftime, it's exactly what Inter Miami has been able to do. Did Suarez miss a chance with, just with him and the keeper? Yes. Did Jordi Alba have a beautiful strike that was just a whisker high of net? Yes. And, Tadio Allende, man, he is in the right place at the right time all the time. He just can't get that touch, that first touch. For all my people in the YouTube chat and listening here on your radio dial, ESPN 106.3, who play EAFC, man, he needs gold first touch out there, man. I need my guy to take a breath when that ball's coming at him sometimes and to realize that, he gets one touch on that thing. He could have had 2 goals in that first half. But Allende has looked threatening. Suarez has looked threatening. 1-0, the halftime score. Noah Allen also warming up on the field. We saw earlier that Jordi Alba was limping around on the field, suffering an injury of some kind. Our good friend Ken Levica, who we are going to be hearing coming up in just a second for the second half. Your voice of the Herons texting me right now that Noah Allen is indeed warming up on the field. So we could all assume that Jordi Alba probably will not be good enough to go in that second half. And, it's a big hit. It's a big loss. Alba, like I said, man, that shot he had, God, he was just a whisker above. It was a good strike. Got his, real good foot on it. But Jordi Alba unable to take advantage. But regardless, 1-0. 1-0. Inter Miami up at halftime. Tigres doesn't have it. So let's actually get into those stats because that leads into what I want to talk about. Tigres doesn't have a shot on target. Folks, they didn't have a shot on target. They got one shot all night. One shot all night. Total shots 1, 0 on target, 0 big chances. Obviously, got to have a big chance to have big chances missed. They are controlling the possession 56-44. But Tigres certainly not looking threatening in front of net. For Inter Miami, 4 total shots, 2 on target, and 2 big chances. They missed 1 big chance. It was that Suarez in front of net chance that he had, but 52-46 possession. Apologies, 52-46, not 54. Tigres controlling the ball, but not doing much with it. Telasco Segovia does have a yellow card in the game. Segovia picked up a yellow card actually in the game against Necaxa early on in the match and was able to damn near go bell to bell without, picking up another card. So that's something maybe to watch out for. As I mentioned, Noah Allen warming up. Alba most likely done. I don't think Mascherano is going to sub off Segovia even on a card at the half. He's been one of the more threatening players that Inter Miami has had in Leagues Cup. He has 2 goals in 3 games, or rather has 2 goals in 3 games heading into the match. We'll see if he'll be able to bag one tonight. But the statistics certainly leaning in Inter Miami's favor. Now, Alan Abando on the bench and available. Can he make an appearance at some point? Maybe for Tadio Allende and or Luis Suarez. Fafa Pico is someone I'm looking at on the bench as well. And Benjamin Kremasky. If someone in the midfield can't go, I think Kremasky will probably be one of the first ones off of the bench. Pico, Abando, and Kremasky. And if his center back is probably unable to go, Toto Aviles would be that defender in my eyes as well. And as we've been mentioning, Noah Allen warming up. And then Marcelo Weigant available as a defender off the bench too. The goalkeeper for Tigres looked like he suffered some kind of injury early on in that first half too. Nahun Guzman. Guzman, longtime Argentinian goalkeeper. Guzman took off the shin guard at one point. But I thought he was trying to fix something with his sock, but he kind of was grimacing a bit on the television broadcast. Looks like maybe Guzman could be, someone to watch for. As far as goalkeepers on the bench, they do have 2 for Tigres, Antonio Carrera and Carlos Rodriguez. Inter Miami too as well with Rios Novo and Yarborough. But Ustari, didn't get hurt or anything, but I just wanted to bring up 2 keepers on the bench for Tigres tonight. Guzman did suffer that early on injury. Now, Carrera, the always dangerous Carrera, who used to play for Atletico Madrid, Angel Carrera, the Argentinian, had a chance there at the end of the first half to possibly pick the pocket of Sergio Busquets and have a chance in front of net, but Busquets was able to recover. Other than that, folks, I really don't have anything else to talk about offensively for Tigres. 0 shots on target. 0 shots on target for Tigres. No saves in the game for Inter Miami. Obviously, you got to put something on target. We got one highlight here at half. The lone goal was the handball. The handball that Tigres surrendered to Inter Miami. Aquino had a handball in the box, and Luis Suarez did this.
We await the whistle. There it is from the referee. Suarez approaches, right foot, and he planted it to the right portion of goal. Guzman guessed correctly, but he couldn't get a touch on it.
So a good strike by Luis Suarez puts it behind the net, and Inter Miami up 1-0 at half. A chance by Suarez, too, that was not taken advantage of. That was the big chance of the half. Allende has been in the right place, right time, just needs to get that good first touch. And I liked what I've seen from Yannick Bright. I've liked what I've seen from Yannick Bright so far. We'll have to see how this one continues as we progress. Inter Miami and Tigres second half coming your way. Ken LaVicka coming up next on your Inter Miami Radio Network.
Calling all sports fans, grab your MVP card and head to Duffy's where you can catch all of the action. Not an MVP? Sign up for free and start earning rewards today. Duffy's is voted the best sports grill year after year with their award-winning burgers and wings. Don't forget about Duffy's famous 2-for-1 drinks all day, every day. And with over 80 TVs in every location, you'll never miss a minute of the game. Visit Duffy'sMVP.com to learn more. Duffy's, our game is always on.
The road is calling. Embrace the thrill of the drive with the fully electric Audi Q6 e-tron. Featuring effortless power, serious acceleration, and advanced Audi tech. The next chapter of Audi is here. Get exceptional offers at your local Audi dealer.
Hey, Steph Prince here, General Manager of ESPN West Palm, to tell you about a team that has meant a lot to me and this community for a long time. Bob and the team at Bradley Heating and Air Conditioning have been helping me stay cool for years, whether at home or in the office. And living in South Florida with 3 kids, I don't know what I'd do without them. Family owned and operated, serving Royal Palm Beach and beyond since 1980. Let the knowledgeable and trained team at Bradley help you with your residential and commercial needs, installation, repair, seasonal maintenance, upgrades of all makes and styles and models of HVAC equipment, and so much more. Bradley Heating and Air Conditioning does things right the first time and makes the process smooth, stress-free, and most importantly, keeps you cool. Give them a call at 561-793-7497. That's 561-793-7497 or bradleyair.com. Any need, big or small, trust the amazing team at Bradley Heating and Air Conditioning.
Anajar and Levine.
Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
ESPN 1063.
WESP Jupiter, a Good Karma Brands radio station. It's Inter Miami Soccer on ESPN 1063. Let's get back to the pitch. Here's Ken LaVicka.
About ready for the second half here in Fort Lauderdale. Quarterfinal of the Leagues Cup. 1-0 Inter Miami with the lead. We are trying to sort something out here. Jordi Alba has remained on the pitch despite a left knee injury, but the referee, Mario Escobar, as he was walking out of the tunnel, flashed a red card at the Inter Miami touchline, and Javier Mascherano, after a protest, walked back down the tunnel. We're trying to confirm that Javier Mascherano has been shown a red and has been ejected from the match. That's what it looks like at first glance. Meanwhile, Inter Miami right off the restart. Near the end line, right of the box. Here is a cross. Suarez collects to the left of the penalty spot. And Tigres able to clear. But Maxi Falcone in the attacking half, left side of this pitch. Right to left goes Inter Miami, able to win it back. But now Tigres on the ball. Inter Miami got a little bit lackadaisical, trying to send the ball around. Javier Mascherano, I think, has been ejected. He's up amongst the players now. I don't think he's in the stands. Javier Mascherano's in the stands now. He has been ejected from this match, it appears. Tigres in the right attacking third, just 50 seconds into this, and we believe Javier Mascherano has been shown a red card, the Inter Miami manager. What in the world preceded that? So Inter Miami's manager apparently has been ejected from this match 1 minute in. And now Jordi Alba's down again, and Noah Allen has taken off all the warm-ups. And Noah Allen is going to come into the match. This looks premeditated, what Jordi Alba's doing right now. I wonder, and this is just speculation, I wonder if Inter Miami wanted to substitute at halftime. The referee said that request did not come in early enough for the start of the second half. That angered Javier Mascherano. That got him the red, and this was the plan all along, that Noah Allen, who was working with assistant coaches at halftime, was going to come into the match for Jordi Alba. So Inter Miami makes an injury substitution in the 46th minute. And it is Noah Allen in for the ailing Jordi Alba at left back. Allen has seen time at left back this season, sparingly, but he has played on that side. So some drama here at the onset of the second half. Inter Miami 1, Tigres 0, winner to the semifinal of the Leagues Cup. But Javier Mascherano has been shown a red card, and Noah Allen is substituted in for Jordi Alba. It's an injury. Here's Inter Miami. Look at Yannick Bride. He is striding into the left attacking half. Up the left wing after he galloped by a defender. Now Rodrigo to Paul. Great ball into the box. Header Allende, and he sent it over the bar. He was one-on-one with the keeper, making a vertical run. And just before he got to the penalty spot, he couldn't direct it on target. Oh, what a ball from the left wing. Rodrigo to Paul. A perfectly weighted right foot delivery. He hit the target. Allende was just a little bit too early on the leap. So Tigres will try and play it out of the back. We're trying to get the official reason for red card, but Javier Mascherano, he is sitting in the first row of the stands. He's still directing traffic for his team. I can't imagine that that's legal and something that the referee is going to be happy with. Inter Miami, as Tigres was trying to rush into the right attacking third. Inter Miami able to poke it away. Gonzalo Lujan, one of a collection of Herons, able to get there. And then a sliding job by Ian Frey on the far side to send the ball away. And it'll be a throw-in far side, right attacking half for Tigres, who goes right back to work. Herrera on the right wing, blasts a ball that goes right off of the back of Gonzalo Lujan, but Tigres now has it left of the area. Herrera along the left end line sent a ball into the box. It was off the mark, and Yannick Bright able to swipe it away from trouble, and Tigres has to collect far touchline at the midfield stripe. 1-0 Inter Miami with the lead. Early in this second half, we have played 4 minutes in this second half. Jordi Alba has substituted out with a left knee injury suffered at the very end of the opening stanza. Noah Allen, the Inter Miami homegrown product, has replaced him. Tigres gets fouled in the attacking half. Quick restart, and well done by Ian Frey, falling to the ground ahead, a ball away from trouble. Now Inter Miami galloping into the left attacking half, far touchline on a good ball from Busquets. Now DePaul, long delivery into the top of the area, wanted Suarez, but it takes a one-hop onto Guzman, the Tigres keeper who ran it the entire way. Left to right in the attack for yellow-clad Tigres. Blue lettering, numbering, and trim. Inter Miami in all pink with black lettering, numbering, and trim. 1-0 to the host side, Inter Miami, the South Florida side, with a penalty from Luis Suarez in the 23rd minute. If Inter Miami wins, they will play in the semifinal of this tournament. They lost in the round of 16 a year ago to Columbus. A come-from-behind 3-2 win for Columbus Crew in Ohio in 2023. Of course, Inter Miami, the champions of the inaugural version of this tournament. Tigres, right attacking third near touchline. Making the turn, Lainez. Lainez harassed by Segovia. Good ball, though, right of the box. Aquino feeds it to the top of the 6-yard box. That was deflected away by Lujan. Then tackled away by DePaul of Inter Miami. And the ball bounces 35 yards from goal. Tigres gets back on it on the left wing, but Tigres starting to grow into the attack for the first time in this match. Herrera, left of the box, one-touch pass. Now left wing to the penalty arc. Correa wanted to feed a right-footed pass through. Didn't get there, intercepted by Inter Miami, but Tigres able to corral it again. 30 yards from goal. Aquino to the right flank, now near the right touchline. Right portion of the pitch is this Tigres attacking half. Romulo into the midfield circle. Porrata is going to play it to the left back, Jesus Garza. Now back into the attacking half, right portion of this natural surface in Fort Lauderdale. Herrera to the outside, along the touchline, left of the box, got in deep near the corner flag, and sends a wayward blind cross to no one in particular, and Oscar Ustari skies high into the air to make a hands catch and goes to ground. 51-44, 51-45, 51-46, 1-0 Inter Miami on top. Long ball, a fight for it. Luis Suarez is going toe-to-toe with Romulo. They were ripping and gripping at one another, and the referee says play on. Javier Mascherano is literally sitting in the first row of stands after being ejected from this match. He is yelling instructions at his team. That's one of the benefits of the layout here at Chase Stadium. You can get away with that. Tigres, meanwhile, gets into the right attacking third along the near touchline. Aquino gives it up Linez. Linez tried to split two Inter Miami defenders. Noah Allen was able to poke the ball away, and he simply sends a long ball forward along the near touchline. Quick throw in, right attacking third. Aquino was running hard at it in the middle of the box. It was Romulo who delivered the throw in. Ustari did well, the veteran goalkeeper. He knew exactly what was taking place, and Inter Miami survives that. And then Inter Miami wins a throw in right at the midfield stripe on the far side. Ian Frey strolls over, and he'll throw it into the defensive half, right portion of the pitch for Inter Miami. Yannick Bright, defensive midfield. Sends it short range. And this ball is going to be sent into the attacking midfield, and a foul against Inter Miami. Luis Suarez. He is clutching at his right hamstring. He went down. He's the one called for the foul, though. There's an injured Tigres player laying on the midfield stripe as well. And that appears to be Jesus Garza, the Tigres left back. Inter Miami's back line with Jordi Alba substituted out is Noah Allen, Maxi Falcone, Gonzalo Lujan, and Ian Frey. Javier Mascherano's been shown red, which also means that he will not be on the touchline if Inter Miami advances to the semifinal. Very reminiscent of a key late season MLS match a year ago as Inter Miami was trying to track down the Supporter Shield record number of points. Inter Miami went to Atlanta, and Tata Martino was suspended for yellow card accumulation to the bench and didn't coach that match for Inter Miami. So Javier Mascherano is going to face a Leagues Cup suspension. Oscar Ustari for Inter Miami in his own box. 54th minute, 1-0 Inter Miami, quarterfinal of the Leagues Cup. Tigres from its defensive midfield, make that attacking midfield, heads a ball to no one in particular across the near touchline, and Noah Allen in his right defensive third near side will throw it in. Allen has struggled a bit since returning from injury. That injury suffered against PSG in the knockout round of the FIFA Club World Cup. Missed about 2.5 weeks, and has been a little bit rusty since. Inter Miami left attacking half one of the few times in this second half. Good square ball, Rodrigo de Paul to Noah Allen, who's going to retrieve it just to the defensive side of the midfield stripe, and here he comes into the left attacking half. We'll push it back to the defensive portion for Falcone. He delivers a grass-bound ball to Busquets, and now Inter Miami comes forward. Rodrigo de Paul. He is going to turn it over. Gorriarán won it as DePaul was approaching the attacking third. Meanwhile, Inter Miami is going to win it back. Well done by Noah Allen to track down Linez, and Yannick Bright for Inter Miami along the touchline. Near side, right defensive half will play it back to Maxi Falcone. Good patient ball here from Inter Miami. Falcone sends it up into the air. Ustari just outside his upper right will blast a ball away into the left attacking half. Allende headed it down for Inter Miami, but Tigres back on possession as we welcome you to the 56th minute. A long ball ahead, and it's swept away in the penalty arc by Inter Miami. But Linez put a ball off the post from 35 yards on the right wing. He cut it with a left foot. It beat Ustari at Karam's off the far left post and out of play. Oh, goodness. That was an incredible effort from Linez. Oh, my. It'll be a goal kick for Inter Miami. That would have been the goal of the tournament from Diego Linez, the Mexican international. If that would have been an inch and a half to the right, it would have tucked inside the post. That was an absolute blast, and it was just skipping like a rock on water across the turf. So Inter Miami has a huge scare in the 56th minute. Now we're into the 57th, and Inter Miami pushes into the left attacking half, and a really poor ball from Maxi Falcone along the near touchline. Wanted Noah Allen, but Falcone put way too much on it, and it simply rolls out of play. Well, Inter Miami for the first time is looking a little bit shaky. And Javier Mascherano can't do anything about it. Tigres is going to stay patient. In its left defensive half, Romulo near touchline, trying to make a move around Falcone was Aquino. Ball rolls out of play, throw in near side, just to the attacking portion of the midfield stripe. Tigres. Aquino holds high above his head, looks for a target. Aquino is going to retreat to the defensive half with his throw, and good job by Luis Suarez to win it away from behind. And now Segovia battling for a ball, and he gets swarmed. And Tigres is winning every single ball. They're sending 3-4 players to every ball every time an Inter Miami player gains possession, and Tigres is dominating possession here in this opening half. Tigres off the mark with a pass, nearing the attacking third right side of this surface. Falcone's going to put a ball right back into the attacking midfield for Tigres. Tigres couldn't win it back, though. Heavy touch off the chest, and now Yannick Bright from the defensive half sends a near side to far side. Allende, left attacking third, coming up the right wing. Allende to the upper right. Allende deep into the box. Cross. Couldn't go find a teammate. It was backheeled in the air by Tigres. Inter Miami wins it outside the upper left. Here's Suarez, right foot. He wanted to curl it, but it blasted off a defender, Brunetta. And Tigres able to corral just to the right of its area. Now the keeper, Guzman, a little bit indecisive. Inter Miami pressing, won by Yannick Bright on the right flank. Bright trying to push it into the area. That's where Suarez was sitting. It was almost won by Bright again. And now Bright continues to harass, but this time as he picked the pocket of Jesus Garza, the ball rolls across the end line, and it'll be a goal kick for Tigres, a short goal kick. Guzman sent it to Aquino immediately. He was able to sprint all the way to the midfield stripe, but got cut off along the touchline by Rodrigo to Paul. And now Inter Miami trying to press, and Maxi Falcone came in to knock a pass away, intended for Lainez, about 5 yards to the attacking side of the midfield stripe, but Tigres still in business in the midfield circle. A ball sprayed to the right side. Lainez approaching the box. He's in the upper right. Lainez left foot sends it to the right of the penalty arc. Correa tried to play it through. That was swiped away by Falcone, but Tigres still has it just outside the upper left. A right foot Herrera, his shot was chunked away, and then Allen able to clear high into the air, takes a sidewards hop before Rodrigo de Paul could get to it, and Tigres will play it back to the keeper, Guzman, who chests it down, and we have an injured Inter Miami player. That is Ian Frey, laying just outside the upper right of his box, and it's always a concern when Ian Frey is down, and he is rubbing out his groin area. Inter Miami already without Jordi Alba as we are just past the hour mark. And both teams are going to come over and hydrate. Now Ian Frey is up. Weigott is getting loose. Ben Kremoski getting loose for Inter Miami. Javier Mascherano has been ejected from this match. He was shown a red card coming out of the tunnel at halftime. And he has been sitting in the front row of stands above his bench here at the half. A lot of drama in this quarterfinal. 1-0 Inter Miami with the lead, thanks to Luis Suarez converting a penalty in the 23rd minute. Nicolas Ibanez, who was pretty inconsequential tonight for Tigres, is going to substitute out. He's replaced by Edgar Lopez. So the first substitution for Guido Pizarro, the manager of Tigres. Now Marcelo Weigott's going to take off Ian Frey on the Inter Miami side. And then Ben Kremoski is going to come on. Is this going to be Allende who's taken off? No, it's Velasco Segovia. So Segovia's night is done. So substitutions 2 and 3 for Inter Miami. The first substitution for Tigres, Edgar Lopez, in for Nicolas Abanguez, 62-30. On the clock here at Chase Stadium. It's been a cautious second half for Inter Miami. Tigres is trying to push 1-0 in favor of the men in pink. Tigres has the ball in the attacking half, right side of the pitch, which has been the case for a vast majority of the nearly 20 minutes that have been played in this second half. And surging forward is Tigres along the far touchline. Now to the left of the box. Trying to play into some space, getting around Wagon is Herrera, but as he delivered into the box, it was headed away by Allen, but Tigres still has it within 20 yards of goal. Aquino was making a run on Noah Allen, right border of the box. Allen, all he could do off a hop was cleared across the right end line and concede a corner. This will be taken near side to far side to the edge of the 6-yard box. Brunetta handled it. That was headed away by Inter Miami. A shot attempt by Gorriaran. He sidewinded it right into an Inter Miami defender. It bounced all the way back into the Tigres left defensive half, where Guzman, the goalkeeper, who is 40 yards off his line, puts it back into play. Middle channel, Brunetta, 35 yards from goal. Sends a square ball in the air to the near right, Aquino. Now along the touchline, Lainez, 25 yards out. Lainez angles left with his dribble. Sends it about 30 yards away. Behind him, Romulo. Now Brunetta back in the middle channel. The ball is played on the left wing, mishandled momentarily by Herrera. And now Parada getting into the play for Tigres from the back line in the attacking half. High ball well struck near right touchline, 30 yards from goal to Aquino. Now Lainez heads just outside the upper right of the box. Into the middle, Brunetta let it play through to Gorriaran. Now Herrera outside the upper left. Looking for a shooting channel is Tigres. Lainez in the penalty arc had Maxi Falcone. And Yannick Bright closed down on that, and they send it about 45 yards out. But Tigres back in possession. A ball just outside the left of the box. Correa could not get around Ian Frey of Inter Miami, or make that a Wagon of Inter Miami. And it is cleared all the way back to the midfield, and Tigres will strike it all the way back to the keeper, Guzman. Guzman outside the upper left of his box. Now he has it in his penalty arc. It was one touch back to him, and some near issues there for Tigres in the back, but Brunetta able to keep it away from an oncoming Ben Kromoski, who just substituted on for Inter Miami. We're across the precipice of the 65th minute. 1-0, Inter Miami on top, clinging to this lead, the winner to the semifinal of the League's Cup in this annual battle between Major League Soccer of the United States of America and Liga MX of Mexico. Inter Miami, the 2023 champion of this tournament. A Liga MX side has never made it to the final of the League's Cup. 65-48, 65-49. Far touchline. In the right attacking half, Herrera for Tigres. It's worked around to the right, Lainez, who's been busy in this second half. Got right around Kromoski, about 40 yards from goal, right flank. Now Correa could not get on the end of a pass from Brunetta, but now he has it. Left box, 1v1 against Ustari, and he beat him underneath a sliding left leg. A mistake in the back defensively for Inter Miami. Angel Correa has his 5th goal in League's Cup play. We are level at 1 in the 66th minute. Correa simply won a foot race, led to the penalty arc, carried the ball into the box, and beat Ustari. And now it is game on in South Florida. And it's Gonzalo Lujan, who's just blown by. That's not physical enough from Gonzalo Lujan. Correa made Lujan look silly. Ustari got a touch on it, but it still had enough pace on it to go into the back of the goal. That should have been a fairly elementary clearance from Gonzalo Lujan, and he allowed Correa to win a foot race to it. Correa was behind him, didn't have the angle on the ball, And Lujan let Correa through for the goal. So now it's 1-1, and Inter Miami has really shown nothing in the attack here in the second half. We're in the 67th minute. Inter Miami 1, Tigres 1. And now Tigres fans are up, and it is loud. Inter Miami a turnover in their defensive half, but Suarez able to get back on the ball. Sends a great curling square ball to Allende. Make that to Paul. Surging forward. Another right wing laid off. Now DePaul has it again outside the penalty arc, but he was double teamed immediately. Tigres and its defense just flying to the ball in this second half, and nobody's been able to make a strong enough 1v1 move to put anything dangerous towards Nahuel Guzman. Oh, Tigres absolutely on the front foot now. Some really, really shaky moments in this second half finally came back to bite Inter Miami. Tigres has it in the midfield circle. Left side of the pitch, defensive half, now coming to the right attacking half. A one-hop ball to Aquino along the near touchline. He'll send it about 10 yards behind him to Correa, the goal scorer. No Jordi Alba. He left just after halftime with an injury to his left knee. Tigres remains in possession. What's new in this half? Gorriarán. Square ball, near side to far side, high into the air. Right-footed down by Herrera along the far left touchline. Great ball. Herrera rushes around Wagon. His cross to the top of the 6-yard area. That was handled easily by Maxi Falcone. Can Inter Miami put anything into the attack? DePaul, defensive half. Inter Miami along the far touchline. Suarez directing traffic from the midfield stripe. Now Ben Kremoski. Bad ball from the defensive side of the midfield circle. The crowd boos Kremoski as Falcone had to go retrieve deep in the defensive third. I tell you what, unfortunately, that's sort of appropriate for the territory. If Ben Kremoski a week ago was going to be very open publicly about his playing time, you got to get in and make a difference right away. And he has not helped the cause so far. Inter Miami now left attacking third. Here's Noah Allen coming to the upper left of the box. Now he has it left of the area. Noah Allen plays it off a back heel. Now left of the penalty arc. Allende onto his left foot, and his shot is too high over the crossbar. First great moment for Inter Miami here in the second half, at least since Allende's very early in the half header went up over the crossbar. Allende did well to clear space, but again, couldn't challenge Guzman. 1-1. We bring you into minute number 70. Inter Miami and Tigres. Javier Mascherano has been ejected from this match. That happened at halftime. It appears as if there is a phone being used down there so that Javier Mascherano can communicate with his coaching staff. We have no earthly idea, though, what happened to have Mascherano shown a straight red at halftime. Or at least I haven't seen it yet, as Tigres is in its left attacking half. Or defensive half, I should say. Left to right in the attack, and now Tigres will get across the midfield stripe. The ball rolls out of play near touchline, and it's going to be a throw-in for Tigres. Guido Pizarro really active in front of his own bench. The still relatively new manager for Tigres took over on March the 3rd of 2025. Former Argentina player. 4 caps between 27 and 2019 for Argentina. Here's Tigres, look out. Left of the box. Here is Lopez. Sends it to Herrera. Herrera floats a ball into the middle. That's handled by Inter Miami. And then a foul against Tigres from behind. DePaul went to ground. A foul against Brunetta of Tigres. Inter Miami at the border of its right defensive third. Inter Miami's going to need a hero, and they're going to need some sort of a push towards goal. They have not gotten it in this second half. We believe Lucas Rodriguez Pagano is handling interim managerial duties for Inter Miami. He is the #1 assistant for Javier Mascherano. Came with Mascherano from the Argentina national teams. Rodrigo de Paul knocked down in the defensive half, or in the attacking half for Inter Miami. No foul, but the referee's going to stop play as de Paul grips his left shin. 1-1, Inter Miami and Tigres. We'll see if, de Paul is tripped by Juanjo Parada, and the referee Mario Escobar, who's already imposed his will on this match by showing Javier Mascherano a red card as he came out of the dressing room. Again, I'm not sure I've ever seen that. But it'll be Tigres on the ball. 73.5 minutes have expired in this 1-1 match. Lionel Messi unable to play tonight for Inter Miami after re-aggravating the right leg injury that he suffered in the second group stage Leagues Cup match against Necaxa. Came back, started the second half against LA Galaxy back on Saturday night. Spectacular goal and an even better assist. But he re-aggravated that injury and not available tonight. Inter Miami battling in its right defensive third, and Tigres is going to win the ball right back in the attacking midfield. Inter Miami consistently under siege. Aquino near touchline, right attacking half. Sends a Romulo behind him and about 40 yards away. Now a ball goes across right to left, that midfield circle. And Parada has it for Tigres. Refeeds Romulo. And now Lainez. Lainez gives it off Aquino to the right of the box. Aquino defended by Allen of Inter Miami. Yellow-clad Tigres has Lainez, left foot, sends it right of the area, and then into the right box. Correa with a right-footed shot. Ustari got a left hand on it and sent it away from goal into the seats beyond the sponsor boards. Correa almost made it a brace, and a 2-1 lead for Tigres. Oh, man, Correa got a lot on that shot, and he is just showing off now. Tigres near side to far side corner. Brunetta's going to handle it. Brunetta punches it with a right foot to the back post, just outside the 6-yard box. A fight for it, and Inter Miami sends it high into the air with the clearance, and the defense chugs to it. Tigres with a misheaded high ball, but Tigres still going to get back in possession. But Kromowski at the last moment near touchline in the defensive portion, able to swipe the ball back to the keeper, Ustari, and Tigres will put a head into it with Romulo. Finally, Sergio Busquets gets Inter Miami in possession. Allende, left attacking half, sprays the ball to the outside right side. Weigott had to wait for it. Now middle channel. Suarez is ripped down 25 yards from goal. And a whistle and a free kick for Inter Miami from a dangerous area. This will be just inside 30 yards. No Lionel Messi to take it, though. Will it be to Paul or Suarez? The foul against Brunetta of Tigres. So in the 75th, now make it 76th minute. A critical set-piece opportunity for Inter Miami from just inside of 30 yards. About even with the right border of the 6-yard box. Luis Suarez is the goal scorer for Inter Miami tonight. A 23rd minute penalty conversion. A number of Tigres players stand right around the referee, Mario Escobar. Tigres did this before Suarez's penalty, and Suarez, unfazed, blasted it right by the keeper inside the near post. Luis Suarez stands over the ball. Rodrigo de Paul in the vicinity as well. Tigres sets up its box where the right of the penalty D and the upper border of the box meet. Sergio Busquets is at the top of the box, as is Maxi Falcone and Marcelo Wegan. Suarez all alone to take this free kick from just inside 35 yards. Offset to the right of the far post. 1-1 scoreline, 77th minute, and the referee is going to go police some jostling between Maxi Falcone and Angel Correa. Now Suarez is ready. Can he hit a set piece? Go-ahead goal. There's the whistle from Escobar. Suarez approaches the ball, right foot, and he sent it right into the wall. It's taken by Inter Miami, though, still in possession, left attacking third. Near touchline to Paul. Gonna have to send it out to the attacking midfield, Noah Allen, and he will deliver it off to his right-hand side, Lujan. Lujan trying to race by a defender, but able to recover was Lainez, and now Inter Miami has to track backwards, and Busquets will play it off to the keeper, Oscar Ustari, on his penalty spot. We have crossed the threshold of the 78th minute. It is 1-1 Inter Miami and Tigres. The winner heads to the semifinal. The chase is on for a ball far side. Inter Miami left attacking half. Wegan couldn't get there, and instead a ball is struck off his leg and across the far touchline. Fafa Pico is getting active for Inter Miami. Alan Abando, Baltasar Rodriguez, Tomas Aviles as well. Inter Miami, good shield on the ball by Teneo Allende, far touchline on the left side. Allende left attacking half, push from behind, and a foul. That's the correct call. Herrera upset with the call, but Aziel Herrera, the Mexican international, it's a deserved whistle for him. Herrera, 3 goals already in Apertura play in Liga MX in the 4 matches that Tigres has played. A semifinal finisher in Clausura 2024-2025 final phase, and they've carried their good play into Apertura and this League's Cup. Inter Miami, far touchline, about 40 yards out. Left side of the pitch, the attacking half, and a simple square ball is hit onto Falcone in the midfield circle. He's going to volley it up high in the air to Noah Allen on the left flank, and now near left touchline, Kremoski to Busquets. Wanted to play it through, and he hit it right to Romulo of Tigres. And it'll be played back onto the keeper, Guzman. And then he could not keep the ball in play. It's a left attacking third throw into the left box. Kremoski, though, couldn't get it to Suarez, and then Suarez is called for a foul. Kremoski did not get enough on that throw-in. Romulo took the worst of that, got horse-collared by Suarez, and we are into the 80th minute. 1-1 Inter Miami and Tigres. Can Inter Miami find a way to beat Nahuel Guzman, or even put a shot on target in this second half? Toluca and Orlando City are 0-0 at halftime from Carson, California. It's a Toluca home match, is the 1 seed out of Luca MX. Orlando City, the 4 seed in MLS. If Inter Miami were to win this and get to the semifinal, they would host Orlando City. If OCSC advances, Toluca would probably choose to play in Carson, California again. A home match for them if they won. Inter Miami would have to go to the West Coast. Tigres, near side right attacking third. Romulo, middle channel. Tigres just trying to bore Inter Miami to making a mistake. That's how the goal for Correa happened. And now Herrera against Wegan, left of the box. Herrera to the upper left of the area, and he tried an ambitious shot that went really high and really wide and really deep into the stands. Oscar Ustari just stood flat-footed and watched it fly into the South Florida night. Other Liga MX host sites that the Mexican sides can choose if they are the home team in these knockout stages. BMO Stadium in Los Angeles. Of course, we've mentioned Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson, California. SeatGeek Stadium in Bridgeview, Illinois. Heavy Mexican population in the Chicago area. PayPal Park in San Jose. Shell Energy Stadium, Houston. Q2 Stadium in Austin. Inter Miami, near side, attacking third, right to left in the attack. Left wing for Bright. Sends the ball to the inside. Busquets, and now Bright back on it. He comes forward, left wing. Here he comes upper left. Step through. Now banks a man. And then Bright at the last moment, whose shot is pushed wide of goal across the left-hand line. Oh, Yannick Bright. Exemplary. Incredible run. Individual effort. And now he's down. He's going to need some treatment in the left portion of the 6-yard box. Inter Miami's going to have a corner. Near side to far side. It was Romulo who had the ball go between his legs. Was posterized by Yannick Bright, and Bright is sitting up, trying to gather himself. This Inter Miami corner brought to you by Leiter Ryder Smith, Ivy and Fronrath, representing injured people and their families for more than 35 years. Visit foryourrights.com. We are into the 83rd minute. Inter Miami 1, Tigres 1. The crowd starting to buzz. Inter Miami a set piece opportunity. Again, near side to far side. Rodrigo to Paul to take it. It'll be a right-footed in-swinger for the Argentine, the former Atlético Madrid star, the world champion with Argentina. DePaul hits it with his right foot near post, headed down by Falcon. Lujan tried a flat-footed, right-footed shot, but it blasted off a defender. It's cleared, and Inter Miami's going to have to retrieve it in its defensive half, right side. Noah Allen tracks it down. This is better from Inter Miami. They've at least woken up, trying to ask some questions here in the last 10 minutes. Busquets rolls the ball, defensive half to the middle channel, left attacking half. Bright. Suarez on the right side. Now Weigott, low cross. And there is a DePaul strike with a right foot. They're calling for a handball. The referee says play on. DePaul and Bright as well as Suarez are adamant this should be another Tigres handball, which led to the first Inter Miami goal. And the referee doesn't want to look at it. And that absolutely is a handball on the replay. VAR needs to intervene. There's a whistle on the far side, and I think VAR is going to get involved, and I think this is going to be Aquino again. Or did the referee just call a foul? No, I think he's... Yep, it is going to be a check at VAR. I'm telling you, Inter Miami's going back to the spot. This is going to be against Aquino again. Aquino is about to collect his second handball of the night. The hand was away from his body. Inter Miami is going to get a point to the spot. I can almost assure you, Inter Miami is about to get a penalty awarded. We take a look at it again. It clearly goes off an extended hand of Aquino at the top of the box. After DePaul made contact, and the official is indeed going to look at it. Here he goes to the monitor. And the crowd rises in anticipation. I believe this is going to go Inter Miami's way. There were vociferous appeals for a handball by the referee. That clearly goes off the hand of Aquino. I don't even know what's to look at. This should not be a very long review. Mario Escobar is the referee. Is Inter Miami going to get awarded a second penalty tonight? Here comes the call from Escobar. It's a point to the spot. The handball was as clear as day. VAR confirms, and Inter Miami can go for a game winner from the penalty spot in the 86th minute. And the pressure will fall to Luis Suarez. And a yellow has been shown to Aquino again. That's his second, both on handballs, and he is being sent off. Oh, no, it's not Aquino, it's Brunetta who is called for the yellow. So Aquino does not get shown a yellow. It did not deny a potential goal-scoring opportunity. But Brunetta is shown yellow for dissent. And so Luis Suarez, once the Tigres players are done trying to get into Suarez's head, just join with anybody who will listen. This is a good old-fashioned Liga MX style tactic to try and delay play and buy some time for the keeper. Luis Suarez has already beaten Nahuel Guzman once from the spot tonight. Can he do it again? Inter Miami 1, Tigres 1. Inter Miami, a second handball penalty awarded. Luis Suarez in the 23rd converted the first. And now another yellow is shown. Was that to DePaul of Inter Miami, or was it to Gorriarán of Tigres? Meanwhile, while we get that sorted out, the moment of truth for Luis Suarez. Left side of the pitch. It's on the penalty spot. Suarez looks down at the ball, deep into his thoughts. The goalkeeper, Nahuel Guzman, takes a sip of water and stands right smack dab between both the left and right post. Luis Suarez to potentially send Inter Miami to the semifinal of the League's Cup. 88th minute penalty. Mario Escobar, the referee, stands upper left, blows his whistle. Suarez in the penalty arc, approaches the ball. Suarez chips it inside the right post. Luis Suarez, his second penalty conversion of the night. Inter Miami has a foot in the semifinal of the League's Cup. Inter Miami 2, Tigres 1, minute number 88, and now Inter Miami tries to hang on. 2 handballs for Tigres, and Luis Suarez, masterful from the spot, both occasions. Guzman guessed the wrong way. It was a wide open goal for Suarez. Can Inter Miami make the great escape on a Wednesday night in South Florida? And now this is going to be Tigres putting full pitch pressure all over Inter Miami. Can the Herons hang on? Can they pick up a famous win in franchise history? Can they advance to the semifinal? We are about to hit the 90th minute. Play restarted. Here we go. 2-1 Inter Miami after the converted penalty. Herrera rushes all the way to the left of the box in the right attacking third. Swept out of play by Wagon. It'll be a deep far corner throw-in attacking third for Tigres. It's pushed back to the left of the midfield circle. Parada. Now Romulo in the center circle. On to Lainez. Lainez still about 40 feet away. Inter Miami needs to stay patient and smart defensively. Near touchline. Correa right attacking third. Got around Kromoski to the right of the box. His delivery. Tigres! Did they score on a header from right of the box? It went off the far post, and then it highwire to the goal line. It stayed out. It stayed out. The ball stayed out. I think the referee might look at it. VAR might look at it. There was a header from distance just inside the upper right. It went off the far post. It got by Ustari. I don't think it went fully across the goal line. It hit the goal line. The referee says play on. Oh, by centimeters, it remains 2-1 Inter Miami. On an absolutely prodigious header from the right area by Tigres. Inter Miami wins a ball in the midfield. They're trying to beat Guzman off his line. A long ball from the defensive half, and it goes out of play across the right end line. Oh, Allende tried to give it a go. And now Inter Miami's going to substitute in. It'll be Tomas Aviles to come on for Inter Miami. Seldom used these days, and now in a big spot, he's going to take off Tadeo Allende. Oh, blood pressure is high right now. Both Inter Miami fans and Tigres supporters. 6 additional minutes, 6 extra minutes. We've played 2 of them. Presented by your local South Florida Audi dealers. Test drive the Q5 today your local South Florida Audi dealer, or visit AudiUSA.com. Lainez for Tigres rushes into the right attacking third, trying to hold off defenders. He's dispossessed by Noah Allen. Now Kromoski to the inside in the defensive half. DePaul has it for Inter Miami. Got around 3 defenders, galloping into space, running behind, and he's able to thread a ball between 3 Tigres players, near side to far side in the defensive third. Now Inter Miami on the run. Wagon coming to the right of the box, left attacking third, cross to the middle. Wanted DePaul in the penalty spot portion of the area, slid away by Tigres. Parada able to send it across the far end line. Inter Miami corner, far side to near side. So Inter Miami is going to take its time. It'll be DePaul on the far side. This will be an outswinger for Inter Miami. No, now he's going to retreat. Luis Suarez will come over. We are halfway through the additional 6 minutes. Inter Miami 2, Tigres 1. Short corner. It never got to DePaul, and Tigres wins it, and in his own area, Parada. Tigres lurches forward, trying to get another shot on target. They had Ustari beaten right after the penalty to put Inter Miami up 2-1, but a header from 12 yards went off of the left post, went all the way across the goal line to the other post, but never went in. That close to equalizing right away and forcing penalties. Lainez, outside right channel, right attacking third for Tigres. Overlapping run, well done by Noah Allen to push it off of the Tigres runner on the near touchline. That was Romulo. And Inter Miami's gonna have a goal kick courtesy of Oscar Ustari. We have played 4 minutes of the allotted 6. Inter Miami trying to do this without Lionel Messi. Ustari puts it on the upper border of the 6-yard area. Maxi Falcone there as well. Javier Mascherano has been ejected, shown a red card since halftime. High ball into the attacking midfield. Yannick Bright got a head on it. It falls to Suarez. Suarez wanted to catch Guzman off his line from 40 yards. Tried to sidewide it. Guzman, though, able to chest it down on a hop. Suarez didn't get a lot on it. And we are reaching final opportunities here for Tigres. We have about 1:20 left to go. Tigres back into the right attacking half. Gorriarán to Herrera. Far touchline. Back to Gorriarán. Left flank. Has to send a backwards ball near the midfield stripe. And it's worked into the midfield circle for Parada. Now here comes Tigres. Coming forward. Lainez near touchline. Diego Lainez overlapping run. Romulo, his cross sent high into the air. Falcone headed it away to the right border of the box, and Kromoski did the rest. Suarez then back to Kromoski. Suarez touched it back to Kromoski with his left foot. Kromoski dragging, sent it into space. Busquets off to the right wing. Here's Rodrigo DePaul. DePaul has Garza beat. DePaul, right wing. DePaul chips the ball, left area. Suarez, a one-touch wanted. An Inter Miami teammate coming right up the gut, Kromoski, but he couldn't get it there. It was too high, and Guzman plucks it out of midair. 15 seconds left to go. Last gasp here for Tigres. Trying to cling to Leagues Cup dreams. Is Inter Miami going to escape with a trip to the semifinal? Brunetta, right wing, 40 yards away. Now Romulo, outside right channel. Tigres is taking too much time. We're past 96 minutes. Inter Miami wins it with Bright in the right defensive third. Played up at Suarez. Final whistle. Inter Miami has won. Inter Miami behind Luis Suarez and his 2 penalty conversions advances to the semifinal of the Leagues Cup. No Lionel Messi, and Inter Miami finds a way. An absolute grind. An immense amount of fortitude. And Inter Miami is 2 wins away from a Leagues Cup championship. Inter Miami 2, Tigres 1 in a thriller in South Florida. How did they do it? Vastly outplayed all second half. Javier Aquino will rue the night that he stepped foot on the surface at Chase Stadium. 2 handballs that cost Tigres the victory. Luis Suarez, 2 penalty conversions, and Inter Miami wins it 2-1. Man, did Inter Miami have to work. Absolutely labor its way to this victory. High drama here at Chase Stadium. And let's take a look at what's happening elsewhere in the League's Cup. Toluca and Orlando City still scoreless in Carson, California. That match being played at Dignity Health Sports Park. If Orlando City wins, Inter Miami will get a 3rd shot at the rivals from Central Florida. It'll happen in the semifinal of the League's Cup, and it'll be right here at Chase Stadium. If Toluca wins, Inter Miami in all likelihood is headed to Carson, California for the semifinal. Will Lionel Messi be able to play? We don't know. How long is he out? We're not sure, but Inter Miami is into the semifinal of the League's Cup in 2025. Luis Suarez plants both penalties, and Inter Miami will advance. The man of the match, Luis Suarez, 2 goals, and he now, in his last 4 matches, has 4 goals. He is in superb form right now. 3 penalties converted by Suarez, and the goal run of play to provide the final nail in the LA Galaxy coffin on Saturday night. It is shocking. Inter Miami has not received a single penalty in all of Major League Soccer play. There has not been 1 point to the spot, but in the League's Cup, it has now been 3, and Inter Miami has converted all of them, and Luis Suarez has converted all of them. So Inter Miami is into the semifinal of the League's Cup for the 2nd time all time against the winner of Toluca and Orlando City. That match is just into the 50th minute out on the West Coast. Luis Suarez, the man of the match for Inter Miami. He is carrying Inter Miami through this League's Cup. I want to send a big thank you to Oscar Gonzalez, the OG on-site engineer, and Mike Rizzo back in the network studios in West Palm Beach. Your final scoreline for a final time from Chase Stadium in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, in this quarterfinal of the League's Cup. Inter Miami 2, Tigres 1. Post-game show with Mike Rizzo is next. This is Inter Miami football.
ESPN West Palm is highlighting the best performance of the week, presented by Baptist Health Orthopedic Care. Every week, a different team will be featured across ESPN 106.3 and ESPN West Palm Play. The winning performance receives $500, courtesy of Baptist Health Orthopedic Care. Do you know a team, player, or school with a killer performance? Nominate them by emailing highschool@espnwestpalm.com. Baptist Health Orthopedic Care. Go where the pros go.
Ready to take on any terrain? The all-new 2025 Defender 110 P300S is here. Built for those who crave adventure without compromising on luxury. Lease the powerful 2025 Defender 110 P300S for just $889 per month for 36 months. Whether you're tackling the toughest roads or cruising the city, the Defender is ready for it all. Don't wait. Visit Land Rover Palm Beach today and experience the Defender like never before. Terms and conditions apply. See dealer for details.
A bicycle kick is a risky move, and risky can be exciting for soccer, but not for your money. PNC Bank believes boring is better. It's the smart and steady way to manage your finances and save the excitement for all you want to do in life. See how at pnc.com/brilliantlyboring. PNC Bank, brilliantly boring since 1865 and proud to sponsor Inter Miami CF radio broadcasts. PNC Bank, National Association, member FDIC.
Lytle, Ryder, Smith, Ivy, and Fronrath, proudly representing the residents of South Florida since 1985 and proud supporter of Inter Miami on ESPN West Palm. Lytle, Ryder, Smith, Ivy, and Fronrath Fronrath has attorneys across South Florida ready to fight for your rights. They've recovered billions for their clients, and you won't pay anything unless you win your case. If you have been injured, call the attorneys at Lytle, Ryder, Smith, Ivy, and Fronrath, 561-867-4117, or online at foryourrights.com. Main office in West Palm Beach.
Hey, Steph Prince here, General Manager of ESPN West Palm, to tell you about a team that has meant a lot to me and this community for a long time. Bob and the team at Bradley Heating and Air Conditioning have been helping me stay cool for years, whether at home or in the office. And living in South Florida with 3 kids, I don't know what I'd do without them. Family owned and operated, serving Royal Palm Beach and beyond since 1980. Let the knowledgeable and trained team at Bradley help you with your residential and commercial needs, installation, repair, seasonal maintenance, upgrades of all makes and styles and models of HVAC equipment, and so much more. Bradley Heating and Air Conditioning does things right the first time and makes the process smooth, stress-free, and most importantly, keeps you cool. Give them a call at 561-793-7497. That's 561-793-7497 or bradleyair.com. Any need, big or small, trust the amazing team at Bradley Heating and Air Conditioning.
Breaking news on ESPN 106.3 is brought to you by St. Lucie Battery and Tire.
This just in. We begin this hour with breaking news.
When news breaks, ESPN 106.3 has it covered.
We've had developments. ESPN 106.3 can now report.
When your vehicle breaks, St. Lucie Battery and Tire fixes it. Stay tuned to ESPN 106.3 for more breaking news. Brought to you by St. Lucie Battery and Tire.
It's Theo Dorsey, and I'm feeling hot, hot, hot. Temperatures are up, but your water shouldn't be full of mystery floaties. Culligan's got your back with water testing and reverse osmosis systems to keep things clean, cool, and crisp this summer. And get this, you can try it for just $10 a month. Stay cool, stay hydrated, and stop drinking who knows what. Visit Culligan.com today to schedule your free water test.
Hey, Culligan man!
The pink smoke is in the air. This is the Inter Miami postgame show. Here's Mike Rizzo.
Inter Miami winners 2-1. Thanks to 2 penalty goals. Spot kick penalty goals by Luis Suarez. Folks, this game had it all. Aquino, the fullback for Tigres. 2 handballs in one game. I gotta say, been watching soccer. I'm 30, folks. I've been watching soccer for 21 years. I don't think I've ever seen that. 2 handballs in a game for Tigres, which resulted in 2 penalty goals for Luis Suarez. Coach Mascherano thrown out. Guy was sitting front row on a cell phone, directing traffic with his assistant coach. Game had everything. What a game it was down there in Fort Lauderdale. This is Mike Rizzo with the post-game show. We are live at the City Place Studios in downtown West Palm Beach on your Inter Miami radio network. But the game had a little bit of everything. 2 handballs by one player, 2 penalty spot kicks by Luis Suarez for 2 goals. Angel Correa, the longtime Atletico Madrid striker / false 9 forward, with a goal in the 67th minute. And Coach Mascherano coaching from the front row of the stands after getting a red card at halftime. Inter Miami, 2-1, as I mentioned. Statistics for you. Inter Miami, 4 shots on target on the game, 14 total shots, 4 big chances, 2 big chances missed. They had the ball for 40% of the time. Tigres had 13 total shots, 2 on target, 1 big chance, and none of their big chance missed. Angel Correa, able to take advantage of that big chance, as I've mentioned, in the 67th minute. They had the ball for 60% of the time. Tigres much better in that second half. They did not have a shot on target in the first half. They get 2 on target and take advantage of Angel Correa and that goal in the 67th. But Inter Miami winners 2-1 in the game. We'll hear highlights coming up next on your Inter Miami postgame show.
Calling all sports fans, grab your MVP card and head to Duffy's where you can catch all of the action. Not an MVP? Sign up for free and start earning rewards today. Duffy's is voted the best sports grill year after year with their award-winning burgers and wings. Don't forget about Duffy's famous 2-for-1 drinks all day, every day. And with over 80 TVs in every location, you'll never miss a minute of the game. Visit Duffy'sMVP.com to learn more. Duffy's, our game is always on.
Kaiser University's flagship campus. The 100-acre residential campus at 2600 North Military Trail in West Palm Beach extends Kaiser University's educational offerings to over 100 degrees. Kaiser University also has an athletic program with 26 national championships, including back-to-back-to-back lacrosse titles, and they just won their first ever national championship for men's tennis. Visit KUSeahawks.com for the latest on the championship flagship campus of Kaiser University.
Putting the ball behind the keeper takes lots and lots and lots of tireless work that leads to something brilliant. It's the same with PNC Bank. They take a smart, practical approach with your money so you can score brilliant financial goals. PNC Bank, brilliantly boring since 1865 and proud banking sponsor of Inter Miami CF radio broadcasts. Visit pnc.com/brilliantlyboring. PNC Bank, National Association, member FDIC.
Calling all sports fans, grab your MVP card and head to Duffy's where you can catch all of the action. Not an MVP? Sign up for free and start earning rewards today. Duffy's is voted the best sports grill year after year with their award-winning burgers and wings. Don't forget about Duffy's famous 2-for-1 drinks all day, every day. And with over 80 TVs in every location, you'll never miss a minute of the game. Visit Duffy'sMVP.com to learn more. Duffy's, our game is always on.
Lytle, Ryder, Smith, Ivy, and Fronrath, proudly representing the residents of South Florida since 1985, and proud supporter of Inter Miami on ESPN West Palm. Lytle, Ryder, Smith, Ivy, and Fronrath has attorneys across South Florida ready to fight for your rights. They've recovered billions for their clients, and you won't pay anything unless you win your case. If you have been injured, call the attorneys at Lytle, Ryder, Smith, Ivy, and Fronrath, 561-867-4117, or online at foryourrights.com. Main office in West Palm Beach.
The road is calling. Embrace the thrill of the drive with the fully electric Audi Q6 e-tron. Featuring effortless power, serious acceleration, and advanced Audi tech. The next chapter of Audi is here. Get exceptional offers at your local Audi dealer.
Business owners, are your employees driving you nuts? Is money tight? Or have you just poured your heart and soul into your business and now it's time to retire and just relax? At Transworld Business Advisors, they have buyers from all over the world ready to buy your business now. Call for a confidential conversation about your business's current value. 561-203-5121. That's 561-203-5121, or visit tworld.com today.
The season is kicking off. Keep your home in the win column with EDS Air Conditioning. Right now, qualified customers can score 0% interest for 60 months on a brand new AC. Hot streaks belong on the field, not in your living room. With over 800 Google reviews and a 4.8-star rating, EDS is trusted as the MVP, and it has been since 2006. Visit EDSIsYes.com today. Kick off your game day comfort and don't sweat the small stuff.
Experience the power and prestige of the new 2025 Range Rover Sport P530 Dynamic SE. Now available for lease at just $1529 a month for 36 months. With $89.95 due at signing, you'll be behind the wheel of true luxury and performance. But hurry, offers like this don't last forever. Visit Land Rover Palm Beach today and drive the future of sophistication. Land Rover, above and beyond.
Kaiser University's flagship campus. The 100-acre residential campus at 2600 North Military Trail in West Palm Beach extends Kaiser University's educational offerings to over 100 degrees. Kaiser University also has an athletic program with 26 national championships, including back-to-back-to-back lacrosse titles, and they just won their first ever national championship for men's tennis. Visit KUSeahawks.com for the latest on the championship flagship campus of Kaiser University.
The pink smoke is in the air. This is the Inter Miami Postgame Show. Here's Mike Rizzo.
Coach Mascherano thrown out of the game, but able to sit front row and direct orders via a telephone with an assistant coach. Folks, I have seen it all. Game had a little bit of everything. Coach Mascherano thrown out, barking orders on a cell phone. That's my coach, baby. That's my kind of coach. Aquino, the right back for Tigres, 2 handballs, which led to 2 Luis Suarez goals and a decisive victory for Inter Miami in the 90-plus. No need to go to penalties. And how Leagues Cup works, if it's tied at the end of the game, there's no extra time. You go right to PKs. You go right to penalties. So Inter Miami able to avoid that after the second Aquino handball. Let's hear some highlights. So I got 3 highlights for you guys. Luis Suarez 2 penalty kicks and Angel Correa's goal to tie things 1-1. Let's hear Suarez's first penalty. Voice of the Inter Miami Herons, Ken LaVicka on the call.
We await the whistle. There it is from the referee. Suarez approaches, right foot, and he planted it to the right portion of goal. Guzman guessed correctly, but he couldn't get a touch on it. Luis Suarez converts the penalty. Inter Miami 1, Tigres 0. Minute number 23. What a start for Messi-less Inter Miami. Luis Suarez continues to dominate from the penalty spot. The handball from Javier Aquino of Tigres. And Inter Miami's on the front foot.
So that was the first penalty for Luis Suarez, 1-0 at halftime. Inter Miami on top. By the way, 23rd minute, Suarez bagging that first penalty kick. Let's fast forward to the second half. Tigres put on the pressure. Let's give them some credit. They put on the pressure in that second half, and Angel Correa tied things up 1-1 in the 67th.
Now Correa could not get on the end of a pass from Brunetta, but now he has it. Left box, 1v1 against Ustari, and he beat him underneath a sliding left leg. A mistake in the back defensively for Inter Miami. Angel Correa has his 5th goal in Leagues Cup play. We are level at 1 in the 66th minute.
That is his 5th goal in Leagues Cup play. That is his 6th overall goal in 8 games. Angel Correa on fire for Tigres this season. So 6 total goals in all competitions for one of the, I would say, better players in Atletico Madrid recent history. Had over 450 appearances for the La Liga side on the top flight Spanish league and 88 total goals. Correa finding the back of the net and tying things up in the 67th. But let's fast forward to about the 87th. Now, the handball happened in about the 86th minute. The referee got signaled to go look at it on the monitor. The referee took a look at it on the monitor, stopped play, took a look at it on the monitor. It was not called a handball. So the first handball by Aquino was called a handball by the referee on the field. The second one, the VAR officials issued the head referee to take a look at it on the video replay. Head referee took a look at it. Aquino, second handball of the game, and Luis Suarez, second time at the spot.
Stands upper left, blows his whistle. Suarez in the penalty arc, approaches the ball. Suarez chips it inside the right post. Luis Suarez, his 2nd penalty conversion of the night. Inter Miami has a foot in the semifinal of the Leagues Cup. Inter Miami 2, Tigres 1, minute number 88, and now Inter Miami tries to hang on.
Now, Tigres had one more shot to tie the game. It was a header, and it played ping pong or pinball, one of the two. Folks, it hit off one side of the post, went to the other side of the post, and didn't roll in somehow. Inter Miami escaping trouble and escaping with the victory, 2-1 in the game. Let's take a look at the other Leagues Cup fixture, the other quarterfinal fixture on Inter Miami's side. So Inter Miami is now in the semifinals of Leagues Cup. They will take on the winner of Toluca and Orlando City, and that is the game going on right now. This one is being played at Dignity Health Sports Park. 0-0 in the 65th minute. Okay, listen. Orlando City has beaten our Herons twice already this season. I would like to not see them again, personally. Toluca's a good side as well, but I personally am good with seeing Orlando City for the rest of the year. But that is the fixture going on. Inter Miami awaiting the winner of Toluca and Orlando City. Believe it or not, two other Leagues Cup games are going to be played tonight. It's a late one on the East Coast right now. It's already 10:30 on the East Coast. But at 11 p.m., Seattle Sounders and Puebla will be doing action at Lumen Field. That's an 11 p.m. start tonight. And then at 11:45, the team that Inter Miami played this past Saturday, won 3-1 against, the LA Galaxy, will be hosting Pachuca at Dignity Health Sports Park. So 2 games at Dignity Health Sports Park, the latter being played later on tonight in the LA Galaxy and Pachuca. But those are your teams left in Leagues Cup. Now, we're going to wrap up the postgame show here. Appreciate everybody who listened onto the stream, saw us on YouTube. We appreciate every last one of you. If you listen on the dial, watch it on YouTube, watch it on X, watch it on Facebook. We love you here at your Inter Miami Radio Network, home of English audio. 7 o'clock on Saturday is when I will talk to you next. DC United will be hosting our Inter Miami Herons at 7:30. I will be starting the pregame coming up at 7. Inter Miami winners tonight, 2-1. Once again, Coach Mascherano tossed, thrown out, was coaching from the stands on the phone with an assistant coach. Hysterical. Aquino picked up 2 handballs in the game, and Luis Suarez bagged 2 penalty kicks because of it. And Angel Correa, the longtime Atletico Madrid Centurion, bagged in a goal for Tigres, but Inter Miami winners 2-1 thanks to Luis Suarez 2 spot kicks. We'll talk to you guys August 23rd, Saturday, DC United and Inter Miami, 7 o'clock coverage coming your way. We'll talk to you then.